Don't even think about him. 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 Don't even think about him.
Hey everybody, welcome to we're back. 2 weeks off. Things are getting sketchy. Doing some 80's and 90's cartoons here. Seems to be more 90's than 80's, but I am the old man in the group, so that's okay. So tonight we got drawing with us, got Mike Rooth.
Hey everybody.
Those are his thumbs that just went up. We got Chris Vance up in the right corner here. All right, we got Camillo down in the left corner.
Hello.
They're waving there. And Daniel over in the right corner, lower right corner. All right. So, everyone, let's start with Mike. Mike, what are you drawing tonight?
Tonight I'm gonna draw something from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I was gonna do something from Thundar, but everyone probably was expecting me to do something from Thundar, so I do something different.
All right, yeah, you are keeping it 80s. Cool. Chris, it's pretty obvious what you're doing, but now that your hand's over the face, there you go.
Yeah, got Brooklyn from Gargoyles here. I've been itching to draw Gargoyles, especially now with the new books out. So I do Brooklyn tonight.
That's awesome. And honestly, I don't think of all the Gargoyle stuff I've seen popping up, I don't think I've seen a Brooklyn yet. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's really
He's
cool.
my favorite character too. So
I
that's
love-
awesome.
yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
my
that.
favorite.
I'd have a hard time picking my absolute favorite. It just wouldn't be Goliath because it's just too obvious.
It's hard to pick, right? I know. I'm
Yeah.
exactly the same. It's hard to pick them. They're all awesome in their way.
I just think he and Lexington are probably the most interesting looking because they don't look like everyone else. Kind of looks similar, but they look different.
Definitely got that. Yeah. So, all right, Camilo doing Street Sharks.
Yeah, I've got a street shark eating a bucket mouse from Mars.
I love it.
Oh, nice! I
That's
didn't even
great.
touch that.
That's
Get
awesome.
two
That's
really
fun.
awesome ones.
That's going to be fun.
Excellent. And that is it, bringing in the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, it's gonna go with the Wild Wing.
Yeah, that one, actually, I know nothing about the Mighty Ducks, the cartoon. I don't think I've
Neither
ever.
do I.
Yeah, so
It's one of my favorites.
Got some pretty cool designs.
Yeah.
I get lots
Aliens,
of that.
alien ducks that mistakenly come to Earth, and concept very similar to Transformers. I think really in like the story, like the good guys end up down there and the bad guys happen to be there too, and they go against each other. And then a random manager of the Mighty Ducks who meets them and convinces them to play on the hockey team and take over the Mighty Ducks for Anaheim. Very weird.
That is, yeah,
No-
that is
No
so,
one questions the
That's
alien.
wild.
Just go with it.
yeah, I was gonna say, no, yeah, nothing wrong ethically there at all.
Talk about ringers.
Yeah, no shit.
Jeez.
It'd be like if like one of the Transformers joined NASCAR or something, you know,
Yeah.
going out there slicing tires.
I'm surprised that partnership hasn't happened.
Yeah, you would think that would be an easy one.
I'm jumping off screen here for just a second while I finish this logo up. Yeah.
Wait.
Using my light box to do it quick.
Did everyone have a good Christmas and New Year's? 2 weeks off there.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I didn't do anything at all, so I guess it was good. Yeah, it was very very low activity, just a lot of driving, and yeah, that was about it. Really, we spent a lot of time in Quebec, which was good, and very quiet there. And, now we're back in the real world. Well, it's noisy and it sucks, but for a time, it was cool. Christmas was good.
What are those pencils that you were posted that you're so excited about? What makes those so exciting?
So I honestly, it's funny. I wanted them for so long that I keep forgetting I have them. It's a very strange thing. This isn't one of them. This is just a pencil I had around this layout here. They're really nice. I don't know. For years and years, I've heard about these Blackwing pencils and how they're like these special pencils. I was looking at pictures of them, thinking like, what is it about them? Is it the shape? Is there something? But like, what's special about them? I have to tell you, I don't know what it is, but there's something special about them. And I don't know if it's just a case of the type having enough tangible magic that it actually attaches the brand, the notoriety of the brand to the to the wielder. I'm not really sure, but it's there's something special about them, man, and they're nice to draw with. And I'm gonna break them out and draw with them right now. So I forgot I had it.
Yeah. To answer the question, the only thing I can come up with that points out what's different is how smooth they are.
There's like literally no drag on the page at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like drawing with butter.
There's something.
That doesn't sound that good though.
No, it's great.
And you know what? I gotta say too, there's something really special with a sharpener. Sharpener is unbelievable engineering. The actual sharpener that you get is like it's just a super nice machined piece of steel. Like just amazing. It's an amazing sharpener, and the blade on the inside is actually curved just slightly. So when you're sharpening your pencil, it actually elongates the lead, and it also creates a shape that's very strong. So your lead keeps its shape for a long time, and then you factor in that for some reason, I don't know why, the lead is very smooth. It's very fast on the page. It's very I can't I can't really explain why, man. It's just something about the graphite they're using or something. The erasers are good. There's a different eraser that comes with different pencils, and the set that I got had a bunch of replacement erasers. It's fucking awesome. I just love this thing. I can't say enough good about it. So yeah. I don't know if it'll show up faster on screen, but it feels faster when I'm drawing, that's for sure. So I'm just trying to figure out which one I like the best. And then once I figure that out, I'm going to buy a box of like 12 of them.
Now, how often are you switching lead when you draw regularly? Mike?
Never. No, I usually just draw with this pencil here, that one that I had at Granite. This one here, which I unfortunately had to tape. It's really
Okay.
like it's a super old pen. I had this since like 1993 or 1994.
2H or something?
It's a 2 millimeter lead. Yeah, I'll draw with like either a 2H if I want to do some layouts, or I'll do maybe something like a B if I just want to do some sketching. But I'm trying to determine what these black wings are. There's different. Some of them definitely seem like they're darker, but they don't seem to smudge too badly. And yeah, I don't know. I don't typically trade. Like if I'm doing a drawing, usually I'll just pick one drawing and I just take it right through to the end, unless it's something that needs a lot of light layout first. But if I'm drawing from life or something like that, I'll probably just grab like a 2B pencil or something like that and just go start with it. It's good practice to draw with softer lead too. It gives you a bit of more control, trains you a little bit, bit of a softer touch with your hands.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's good practice.
Well, everyone from the 90s is excited to see the Street Sharks one. So again, a lot of messages popping up about the Street Sharks. So good job. Good choice.
That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy, that is Brooklyn, you see. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We know who jumped in late to this live stream.
Yeah, he's a cool character.
Yeah. Yeah.
For my cover, I had to draw Hudson for mine just to honor Ed Asner. And
great voice actor.
Yeah, he's just fantastic. I just kind of loved that Hudson was a little bit different. You know, Hudson had a sword, and you know, he just kind of had a different style to it. They're all uniquely different. But
the old soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Hudson you did was freaking fantastic, man. That's insane.
Oh,
yeah,
I appreciate that, man. Thanks. It was a lot of fun. It was great to work on. Great to work with characters like that. It's just doesn't seem real sometimes. So I'm grateful to Big Country Comics for that, and to Maze and MG Comic to partner that happened. To get to draw that stuff, get to draw some Vikings.
Neil asked Mike if you're doing a For Your Eyes Only homage. He's got the barbarian kind of shot to the legs. He's asking if you're doing the For Your Eyes Only homage.
Oh, I'm doing well. Maybe it is for that. My idea was actually I was trying to think of what I wanted to draw, and I looked at the runtime of the D&D show. That's like it went from like 83 to 85, December of 85.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about comics that I read in those days. If I was going to do an homage, something kind of fun, and the first thing that came to mind was Thing issue 30, which is where the Thing fights Beyonder in a one-on-one wrestling match.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's an amazing comic. It's one of my favorite comics, but it has an insane cover by I believe it's Ron Wilson. I'm not sure if Ron did it as well, but I'm pretty sure that's a Ron Wilson cover. And yeah, it's just that the Thing charging up on, because at that point the Beyonder, when they commissioned those covers, no one really knew what the Beyonder looked like yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they always drew him as kind of like a shadowy, robotic looking kind of figure. But yeah, cool comic. And I thought, well, this thing ran till December of 85, so that comic came out in December of 85, so it felt like a good matchup. So the guy he's running up on is going to be Warduke, obviously, because Warduke is the coolest cartoon character, maybe second only to Ruthless Mock. But
well, see, you could have done a mashup at that point.
Yeah, I wanted to keep this one clean. I'm a purist, I think, deep down. So.
Well, Neil's already put an opening bid on, or the starting bid on it, 75. So.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Bobby the Barbarian. I feel like one of the cool things that has come out of that cartoon is the idea of the fan art and the fan what do you call it? Fan fiction sort of around it. Because Because I feel like a couple years ago, maybe it was a Scotty Young drawing or something. I remember seeing a grown-up Bobby the Barbarian from the D&D cartoon, like just looking like basically like Hagar the Horrible, like like a totally hairbag Viking, like big, huge, brawny, ridiculous, stature with his giant war club and the same helmet and everything. And but now when I was looking up reference today, I see that there's a lot of fandom, a lot of fan fiction around these characters. It's kind of cool. I know that the comic book Die, Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans did the artwork on that. That was kind of that idea. It was like, what if those kids never came back from the D&D world?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a thread going on in the chat about biker mice from biker mice from Mars. Somehow that became a tongue twister for me. But I guess I don't know who Steve from Beverly Hills 90210 was the voice of one of the characters. So
really?
Ian Ziering.
Oh, okay. So the dude from Sharknado. Why?
Yeah.
Don't bring up 90210.
He did a bunch of voices for some reason.
Yeah, let's talk about the real movies known for. Come on.
Yeah. Don't bring up 90210 when you got Sharknado in the fucking holster.
I had never seen them until the pandemic. Never seen any of them, and so we went through like all these binge things. We couldn't go outside or anything like that, and we watched all the Sharknadoes in a row, and it was an epic day. It was a crazy day. I could not believe they thought of so many ways to put shark into things. And
that's amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So, and then like, what is it? The fourth one where she's like part cyborg. It's fucking amazing.
No, did they ever time travel? Because I heard that was going to come up.
Oh man, maybe they did. Maybe I didn't see them all then. I don't know. I don't remember time travel.
Maybe they didn't get that far with it, but I remember it was an end of one of the pitch meeting videos on YouTube when they did the Sharknado one. That ended with the cut smash of the some report of the next one's going to be time travel. It was like, of course it is, because what else are you going to do?
That's freaking amazing.
How do you jump the shark in a Sharknado movie? Like the whole series is jumping the shark.
Yeah, because like I think I saw that where he jumps into a shark with the chainsaw and then comes out of it. I'm like, oh, that is straight Bollywood wonderful goodness right there. So, yeah. Okay, so Andrea's saying about the intro for Ghostbusters Extreme. I don't know that one. You got anybody familiar with that one?
Ghostbusters Extreme.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Like
watched
that-
that.
the guy in the
I only
wheelchair,
really
is that
remember
one?
the one animated
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
I remember the animated one, like the real Ghostbusters, and then I remember that weird Ghostbusters one that was actually the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you say the
But
actual
it was-
original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, the actual original Ghostbusters, but it had nothing to do with what we've all come to know as Ghostbusters. It's kind of amazing. That weird. I remember this weird friggin' cartoon came on. Not the right. Like it wasn't the right Ghostbusters. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
and then you do the research, and you're like, oh, this is actually what they stole it from.
Well, yeah, and I should realize that someone had a copyrighted name already.
Yeah, exactly. That's just the name, but it's still, big shit in the name, though, man. Honestly, there's been great things that have never happened because someone else owned it, was cool enough to register the name first. You know what I mean? Ridiculous.
Oh, okay, so Extreme was Egon and a new team.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's something. I don't know what to call it. Interesting. Yeah.
IDW, the Ghostbusters comic was flipping amazing for a while.
Yeah, it was actually really good for a while. Yeah, they did some good stuff with it.
I think that Bobby was running the show on that one for a while, I think.
I believe. So let's see what else are popping up. Oh, of course we got the Hulk Hogan cartoon show. Yep, the Rock and
Nice.
Wrestling. Yeah, I was always watching that one. And some yeah, X-Men. But yeah, I mean that's almost like too easy doing X-Men in the 90s.
Yeah, I wanted to do X-Men, and I.
But it's like there's so many other nights that we do X-Men, so
Yeah, probably like an X-Men night. So
yeah. Marvel night.
Same thing with Turtles. Like no one's drawing Turtles. It's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, I actually, I'm enjoying the deep cuts everyone came in with. I was curious on what they were gonna do.
I had a fun time. Disney has so many great cartoons that you can live stream now.
Oh yeah.
It was hard not to try and pluck from the Disney afternoon. There's tons of Supernova Rescue Rangers, gummy bears, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I spent all of my morning doing, is watching Mighty Duck. Getting back
Yeah,
into it.
I was watching Gargoyles when I was drawing this last night. I think for the 4th time since it's been on Disney Plus.
Watched it all the way through.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Neil Darkwing Duck. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I watched that one mainly because shit just ran. Not Crash. What the hell was his name? The pilot.
Launchpad.
Thank you.
Launchpad.
Launchpad. When he jumped over, he went over like, oh yeah, because I
Yeah.
loved
Yeah.
Launchpad on the DuckTales.
Some DuckTales too. I like how they handled Darkwing and all that on the new DuckTales show. That was really well done.
I couldn't get into the new DuckTales. I didn't make it past season 1.
They
Like-
basically did an origin story for Darkwing on that show, and it was really good.
Awesome.
I was surprised.
That's cool.
There's
I
a-
didn't realize they brought him into it.
Yeah. Well,
There's a lot
they're,
of nods to all the Disney afternoon stuff on that show, actually.
yeah, because they're bringing them all back at some point. It's like Darkwing Duck's
Yeah.
coming back. So, and one of the and it's so old now, but it was a meme I saw a couple years ago. It just like I can't believe we'd never noticed it before, but the Chippendales Rescue Rangers are dressed like Magnum PI and
Oh yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That blew my fucking mind the first time I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, it's right there.
So when I was growing up, we lived in Weston, Florida, so just south of Orlando, and I was huge into it. So like one year, my dad got us each a Chippendale. Me and my brother each a Chippendale like stuffed animal, and he freaking got us movie posters to go with it. And
Nice.
I thought it was so freaking cool.
Remember the Chip and Dale Nintendo games?
Tough.
Really good,
Yeah.
but tough. My little
It
brother,
was really hard.
we used to rent that.
Oh man, you just aged yourself right there.
I know.
Rented the Chippendales video game.
Yeah, games were super expensive in those days, man.
Oh no,
I
I'm just
missed
talking.
that.
I'm talking about the renting. Going to Blockbuster, hoping
Oh.
it's there.
Well, I don't play video games anymore. I
Well.
can't rent them.
Yeah. Well, they had. Again, I don't play them on a console anymore because I got rid of my console. But they had like a Netflix service for a while.
Yeah, the game
GameFly. GameFly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
yeah.
really
My
good.
brother did that for a while.
Yeah,
He
I
said
did-
it was good. He liked it.
Yeah, I say that's how I did it too. But it got to a point where it's like you couldn't get a game for, months now. Like anything new, forget about it. It's like unless you had somehow got the luck of the draw, get the right in there right
You
away.
had to like pre-rent it or something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I used to,
Throw down
I
a
used to use
deposit.
Redbox to rent games.
Oh, they had games in Redbox. I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a little while.
Well, Danny, there's only 4 people here and hundreds of awesome cartoons to choose from. He can't believe that no one's drawn Bucky O'Hare.
I thought about that too. There's so many good 80s 90s cartoons. But yeah,
Oh, totally.
Here we go. I'm gonna go grab something for the fun of it here.
another one I was thinking about was Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Yeah, I was actually pumped that we did this one. I'm coming back from the break, and then next week doing the amalgam because it's gonna be 2
That's
weeks
next week. Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks of not your normal images that you're gonna be drawn. So
That's fun.
yeah.
We'll throw some extras in. Got Duck Dodgers.
Nice.
I always love
Batman
visionary.
Batman Fuzz.
X-Men. And some more Street Shark.
Yeah, there you go. And good border on that one with the teeth. So I'm assuming that was point of view from somebody that other Street Shark just ate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the other side of it. That was my biker mice from Mars throwing.
Yeah. That was the last thing he saw.
All those guys, it's kind of another beautiful thing that TMNT gave us was all these things were inspired by. But you can't. You can draw a spider web with TMNT in the middle and see all these different threads coming off that were derivatives, but created their own crazy fandom. It's kind of awesome. See, I didn't grow up with Street Sharks or biker mice from Mars, but they were kind of, I would say, linked to TMNT in their origins, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So it's just kind of a beautiful thing. You think about how, not that they're knockoffs, they're their own original thing. But
no, those are inspirations. The only one that's a straight knockoff is the adolescent.
They wouldn't otherwise exist, I guess, is what the idea is, and that makes it just further increases the power of TMNT, which might actually be the most powerful force in the universe. So.
Don't be giving away all the secrets.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
Casey had a question that I'm pretty sure you know the answer to because I think you've discussed it before. But she's asking how to preserve the coasters.
Well, it's actually funny that she asked that because I am discovering that myself. I have just done a couple of coasters for a guy who actually wants to use them with his beard. And so I was like, well, but he wanted them in color. So, if I just do my stuff with ink and wash, you don't really need to protect them because the ink and wash is waterproof and the artwork won't be affected by it at all. However, I'm just going to basically get some kind of a clear coat varnish. I'd probably just look at I might even hit a dollar store or something like that and see if there's something, in their craft paint area or something like that then has a clear coat on it. Otherwise, just hit an art store or a Michael's if I have to. Look for something like a clear coat varnish. I would say, depending on what you've used to do the coaster with, if you've used watercolor, you might want to pour it on and then spread it around with as few brush strokes as possible with a big brush just to get a nice smooth covering without disturbing the artwork underneath and you'll want to be quick about it because the longer that wetness sits on the color it could activate. So just once your artwork's totally dry and all that, I would say probably get a small vessel of some kind of a clear coat varnish. They come in all different finishes, like if you want a shiny or a matte finish or whatever. So I would say that's probably your best bet. And I only really am concerned about that when it comes to doing color ones, because my black and white ones should, in theory, be protected just by the fact that they're done with waterproof ink, and the fact that the coasters are coasters and meant to absorb water.
Yeah, if only Alicia was here. Our Hobby Lobby connection. She could tell us all that ceiling stuff.
Yeah.
Think she's off seeing hockey again or something.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you could probably use. Here's one that probably everyone's heard of is Mod Podge. You could just use that. That's like a crafter's secret weapon for so many things.
Actually, someone just did mention that.
Yep.
Yep. And Casey was just following up with it, saying, "Be a little careful with it because it's reactive when wet." I'm assuming she means
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Crystal clear, Krylon, things like that.
Yeah,
varnish.
spray. You could always spray on. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
For the crystal clear, actually, if you do a coat, like a light coat with like a workable fixative or a crystal clear, they've got a triple coat, like high shine varnish. And you could, I bet with that, I've never used it, but I know I've seen it. I bet you can get almost like you epoxied it.
That'd
Like
be
it
cool.
would have a nice, thick, glossy coat to it.
Right. Yeah.
That could look pretty cool. I'll test that out. I'm sure they've got that at the hardware store.
I think what I have here is some spray on. I think it's made by Pabio or one of those art groups, but it's yeah, I think it's kind of like an antiquing varnish, like a So I'm gonna actually do a test coaster and see how it works because yeah, you don't want to make sure it's not weirdly reactive or whatever if you're using something like a chemical spray.
And like I said earlier, it kind of sounds like either you preserve it or you use it. Because if you preserve it,
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Yeah, you only really have to preserve it if you plan on getting it wet, I guess.
Yeah. Because I mean, 'cause if you're going to use it, it's not really going to be a coaster if you're going to varnish it. It's just going to help spread that water across the table.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you don't, I mean, the paper coasters, they're absorbent. The different coasters, the ones that are made out of the different poly materials too, like they're not super absorbent when it comes to actually being a coaster. So it's I think the varnish really just protects the artwork, but any moisture is just gonna get on the table regardless and get soaked up underneath the coaster or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a fancy enough table around here to worry about coasters myself.
I got those glass tables on the patio and the pergola and stuff, so you gotta have something to absorb, otherwise that water just
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's nothing else absorbing it, so next thing you know you got like a small wading pool on top of your table.
Florida, you've got so much you have so much precipitation too.
Yeah.
I remember when you're in Australia and your water spills on a table, it spins the other way.
That's what I hear.
Okay, we got a pro tip coming in from B Macintosh on YouTube. If the coasters are done using markers, don't use clear coat Mod Podge. It'll smear the inks really bad. And that's coming from experience.
Good to know.
That is good to know.
So, Macintosh, and what would you use the Mod Podge? Like, would it work all right with watercolor, or like is it only for?
No, watercolor would probably be bad too. Anything that's water soluble.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would assume, my thought would be alcohol inks would be fine though.
Yeah, I would think if you use a varnish that you'd use on wood, like suppose you're looking to, I mean, it's paper, right? Maybe unless you were worried that it was going to curl up on you as it dried or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to experiment and see. I got a spray. I got like the, basically like a clear coat spray. I'm going to give it a few coats and see what it does. But in my head, I see it the way I see these oil painters and guys who are painting on masonite and stuff like that. They usually just pour varnish straight on. But that's typically with oil or acrylic paint. I don't know with watercolor. I just know that these coasters do hold what they take very fast. They hold on to it pretty well. Once it's dry, it's pretty solid. I mean, I know with my watercolors, I'd have to go digging at them with a brush to actually activate the color. But I've never sat and done a painting on one and then sat a beer on it to see what really happened. So I mean, yeah,
In the name of science, get on it, man.
yeah, I suppose, yeah, I
I
guess
say next coaster night, everyone brings their own finishing material. And we test
There
it all
you
out.
go. All right. Thought there was something here. Oh, yeah. So I did want to reply to Casey because she was talking about with the coasters of like maybe putting a grommet on the top of it that could be used as a keychain. I'm assuming she's working at a gas station and needs one for the bathroom.
I mean, I think you'd want to use some thick ass coasters if you're going to do that, because
Yeah.
the ones that we have are just the 2mm. The ones I like are the 4mm. No, sorry, these are the 2mm. I think the big country ones, they're thinner than, they're only half the width of the ones that I typically use.
Mhm.
I think these are like 1.5 or 2, and mine might be 4. But yeah, I think a grommet would work if it was thick enough for sure.
Yeah, but it's more of the, keychain shouldn't prevent the keys from fitting in your pocket.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're putting a big ass coaster on it.
What if we got coaster shaped air fresheners?
There you go. That would
Yeah,
work.
there you go. Yeah.
Draw on the back of the air fresheners. We just put a little, tea tree oil on the back, soak them in there or something. We'll make all our coasters become air fresheners.
Do like a whiskey, maple syrup. You kind of get the whole vibe going.
That's it. All right. In case you said you're killing it, Vance. Loving the gargoyle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, great.
It's been a while since I've drawn gargoyles.
The blanks are tough, man. I have to say, like, in typical fashion, it was sitting right there, Dynamite, but you still, you still whiffed it. You still whiffed it. You go to the effort of making gorgeous red and purple and stone textured covers, and then you make them a nightmare to work on. It's an unfortunate thing because I was so encouraged. They actually felt like they were going to be good. They had a nice kind of matte, toothy kind of surface. I thought these are going to be sweet, and they were actually. I had to pick the right kind of pencil just to draw on them. They were like repellent to a lot of things. I ended up having to do most of my finished work with. I mean, it'd be nothing with paint. Paint obviously solves all of those problems at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you want to get into using acrylic paint all the time with your sketch covers or something that's really opaque medium, they're tricky as hell to work on. I ended up using a lot of Prismacolor just to kind of build up layers of color and then to kind of spike that color with little touches of acrylic pen to make it work. But they're toughy. They're tough as hell, man. They're no fun. No fun to draw on. I wish they were.
And that sucks. That stone one was one I was really looking forward to actually doing something with.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I would
Good
say.
idea.
What I would say is use the stone texture as stone texture for as much of the composition as you can. Like if you want to do a shot of the team like in statue form, you could literally sketch them out and then just like doing the negative space, like do the backgrounds and kind of carve them out that way. And let the stone do the work for you, and then just kind of break up your planes and your shadows and your value scale that way, like over top as you build up figures. But I just had mine like the only one that I like. I tried to use as much of the stone texture as I could, but then I would do like a partial transformation so you could. But even in those cases, I had to go in with like paint and even in the one I did of Broadway. I had to go in with paint and Prismacolor and really like labor it on there to get it to stick. Kind of crazy.
Sorry. To me, quiet. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat room here real quick.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I got spoiled with art supplies and like art store gift card gift for Christmas from my mother-in-law, which was awesome. Nothing like going shopping for art supplies and having a little bit more of a carefree attitude. It's kind of nice. Haven't had that in a while.
Like the best gift for guys like us.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, I don't want to get you stuff like that because it's work related, and I'm like, but I like my work most of the time. I like it until I don't like it. It's I don't always love to draw the stuff I'm asked to draw, but I'm still drawing, still getting to draw. So there's always a win. So I mean, yeah, that kind of stuff is the best kind of gift for me.
Oh, it is. I got some new Copics. I was very happy with.
What's that?
I got some new Copics that I was very happy.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, can't beat him.
Always nice when I don't have to buy them myself.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, that stuff's not getting any cheaper either. For sure.
Nope.
How big is your piece there, Mike?
This is going to be 12 by 18, and I'm down to my last few sheets of my precious Strathmore 400 series tan paper. It's really, really thick and awesome paper, and they sell it in all kinds of sizes except for the big size.
Huh.
They go like 11 by 14, and then the next biggest size is 18 by 24. I was lucky a few years ago. There was one supplier up here in Canada who had 4 of them in their shop, and I ordered them and got them shipped. And only 2 of them showed up because they actually only had 2, and they refunded me the other 2. And I've been slowly over time. These are the ones that I've been using for most of my tags, big pieces, all of like the Sketchamania pieces and anything that's basically that size. I'm always using paper. I'm down to my last like 8 sheets of it, so I've been rationing it. So this is a 12 by 18. It's half a sheet. And the reason I'm kind of bummed I can't get more is because for a long time I've been planning to make a comic book on it. Because I love drawing on it so much, and yeah, now I can't get comic book page size sheets, so I'm down to these last few.
And they just stopped making it, or you just can't get it?
Well, I've contacted Strathmore directly to see if I could get some, just buy it in bulk, whatever, and they've never given me the dignity of a response. So I don't know. It's just I haven't found a shop anywhere. I haven't found it on Amazon. I haven't. I don't like to resort to Amazon, but I will if in a pinch like that, and they don't have it there.
What is it? The 12 by 18?
18 by 24, because they don't make it 12 by 18. I wish they did, because that would solve so many problems. But they don't. They don't. But I love the paper. And you know what? They sell it at Michael's in pads as small as like 6 by 3 and as big as 11 by 14, 9 by 12, I think, 9 by 12. And then I believe there's also a 6 by 9 one or 6 by 8, and they're great. But I love the big sheets. Marvelous. Takes a beating, and the color sits on top of it brightly as if you're using white paper. But the nice thing is, because you're using tone paper, you can go in with your very easy highlights and stuff like Prismacolor, really make things pop up. It's just nice stuff to draw on.
Chris, what about you? What size are you working on tonight?
11 by 17.
Nice.
So just switch it up this week.
Mm-hmm.
Camillo,
I'm on 11 by 17 as well.
Oh, hey, everyone's going big this week, it looks like.
Same here.
I was about to say, Dan, you gonna break the streak? Nope. All right.
No.
The nice thing about working this size is if you're, depending on your layout, of course, but if you're working this size, and you end up creating some kind of super fantastic sensational piece. It might already be ready to be made into a cover or something like that, you know, or at least fit into your sketchbook, which is comic book size, which, you know, 11 by 17 translates well into if you're assembling a sketchbook or something like that, or your work comic book size.
Got a question coming in from B McIntosh on YouTube. First says you guys are killing it. Actually, you guys are killing these. But he has a curious question. In terms of comic covers when drawing on them, do you guys prefer the granite white blanks or color-coded blanks, like the full black, the obsidian ones, things like that? I'm guessing it would depend on the printer, but I mean, yeah.
I like the full colors. I do. They're not always the best to work on, but I like working on them because then you can pull both highlights and darks really easily.
Yep. I like white ones the best, I think, just because sometimes the colored ones are just very, very difficult to work on. Like there's some, like for some reason, like the Last Ronin black matte obscurity ones, I didn't find them tough to work on at all.
No, those great.
But come by comparison, the the ones that came out from Marvel, like some of the Venom or when it King in Black stuff, for some reason, those I would use the same materials and get a completely different result. So I don't know why that is, but so I just in general I love using the white ones, provided the paper is really good. The Last Ronin issue 1, the white ones were fantastic. They were so good. The paper was so strong, and you can really, they really took washes well. They didn't warp up too much on you because the books are perfect bound too, so that makes it nicer that way. But they're great to work on. And the Walking Dead ones from Image were always good. They always seem to have, I don't know why, but those to me always stood out over the other Image books that were blanks. I don't know why. They were always really good to work on.
I like the two
too. I think those are good.
Which ones are you talking about, Camilo?
Sorry, I like the colored ones as well, but like in a perfect world where all the paper was really good quality, I'd choose the colored ones every day. But usually the colored ones are a bit the paper quality isn't as good, and your materials don't stick. So if I had to choose, I'd work on the white ones. But if the paper was good, I'd rather a colored one.
And Chris, you were talking about which cover you said was good, or
the white ones for the same reasons, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like they look nice when you do something really cool on the colors, but like the quality is not quite the same, and you have to kind of work really, really hard to do something really good on some of them.
Yeah, for some people who like paint or something, like there's a lot of artists out there who just go right to paint. Like I think guys like Bartling or like Casey Parsons, like they're always they come out with the paint. Paint will defeat anything at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The only thing that paint might struggle with a little bit, only in the initial struggle with the initial stages, would be the very old fucking stupid glossy Secret Invasion ones, which were among the first ever sketch covers ever made. They're like back in 2009 or whatever. Oh my god, they were like shiny marine varnish, the kind of thing you could float a boat in. Like it was unbelievable. I remember people taking like gesso and just actually painting the front of them with gesso because they were impossible to work on. They were a nightmare. Those were the first ones. Some of the first ones that they made.
So, of the cartoons that you guys watched as kids that aren't coming back, which one would you like to see come back?
Tiny Toons.
Gargoyles.
Oh, who said Tiny Toons?
I did.
Nice.
That might actually happen, I think.
That'll be pretty sweet.
It'd be a Hulu thing, though, I think, with the Animaniacs.
Yeah. They did all right with the Animaniacs. It wasn't bad. It
I
held.
still miss the extra, like, characters. It's mostly just Pinky and the Brain and the Warners, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's
I miss all the other stuff, like Chicken Boo and, you know.
yeah, Mindy and Buttons and
Indian
Yeah.
Buttons. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
main
love-
reason to watch the show right there.
I
Yep.
love Mindy and Buttons. Okay, lady, love you. Bye
So
bye.
good.
Love you, lady. Bye.
Yeah. I could go without the good feathers though. I'd be okay if they didn't show up.
There's yeah, they were funny. Yeah.
Yeah, they were okay. They always seem to run too long, like their gags.
Well,
Yeah,
it was literally the same gag every time, though. Like there was no like. I mean, I know that's part of what makes those cartoons what they are, but I felt like it was just literally the same.
Yeah.
it was that scene from Goodfellas.
That's
Over and
exactly
over
what.
You know, yeah.
Like, oh shit, we've gone long. We need to get out, and then the
Yeah.
one would just become Joe Pesci real quick, and the
Yeah.
fight would happen.
Yeah.
And they'd end it.
They just fight on screen and that's it.
Yep. Max has one. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That'd be a good one to bring back. And Barry Chapman,
That
Battle
show
of the
actually
Planets.
used to freak me out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
show was super creepy.
yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog was not a kid's show by any means.
No.
No, I mean that dog. I'm pretty sure that dog is in limbo. I mean, like really limbo. Like it's a post life cartoon. There's just no one else out there, and just those crazy fucking events and
Oh,
creatures. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little weird.
see, but it's got to come back in the way it was. Like I'm not sure. Like, for me, it would be like Rocco's Modern Life, but I don't know if that would
But
be
that
written.
did come back.
Oh,
and
did
it
it?
I was
wasn't
gonna say, didn't
good.
they bring that back?
Yeah, and it just didn't have the same touch.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. It's just I don't know if it would have the the punch it had then.
That was my issue. And I feel like they tried. It didn't feel overly modernized. It just wasn't the same.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to put the finger on what changed that didn't work. Like, what was it as good as we thought it was, or did it change? Yeah. I mean, in all truth, it's Bionic 6. That's the right answer, but no one got it. But that's all right. Oh, that was my Captain Planet. I never watched Captain Planet. I was a Bionic 6.
Man, I loved Captain Planet growing up. I had a hippie dad, so yeah, there was a lot of Captain Planet Ferngully.
Oh, that's cool, though. Good.
Save the environment.
Mm-hmm.
If only they worked.
Yeah, I mean, it just proves that how much of a shit superhero Captain Planet is. Come on, man. Yeah, one job. Yeah, one job, buddy. One job.
Couldn't convince a whole world to change. Damn you! They call you Captain Universe. Captain Planet. Right. Jeez.
Captain gonna find another planet.
Captain Pollution, though, might have been one of the coolest
Mm.
villains ever.
Wait, that was his real name?
I don't know if that was his real name.
I was saying,
That
'cause he's
was-
not even trying if that's his real name. He just saw Captain
But
Planet.
it was just like Bizarro for Superman, but
Of course, okay. Yeah.
it was amazing.
That works. I never watched that one. That was after my time.
I feel like a lot of people didn't watch it. It was a very weird 1 or 2 years of
Hmm.
people watching it.
Yeah, it did feel to me like kind of the way the Power Rangers did at that time, because I was too late for the Power Rangers, but
Mhm.
it's like, and it just felt like, okay, wait, are the Power Rangers actually going on this long? Or are they just recycling the same 13 episodes? And it's a little bit of both, but
Yeah.
it was just, but it was like, okay, I would try to watch it because it had some friends that were into it, and it's like, this didn't look anything different than the last 3 we watched, so I just could not get into it. That's how I felt about like with Captain Planet. I'm like, okay, this is like the same show, just changing out a few shaded cells.
Yeah. 100%.
So Macintosh was saying that from his gal was Cyber 6. I don't know that one. I had to look it up because I wasn't sure if it was like another name for Bionic 6, but it's a different female android battles her evil creator forces. Art looks awesome.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know that one. I mean, the art looks a lot like somewhere between manga and the real Ghostbusters. Yeah, it's kind of because like everyone's kind of got that real Ghostbusters hair,
Hmm.
but they got very manga face. I don't know, it's weird. I have to look that one up. Yeah, Case said they're gonna bring Captain Planet back, but it's gonna be Captain I'm not asking anymore. Captain Eco Terrorist.
What was that whale show with the eco warriors, and they were out fighting the Sea Shepherd? What was that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know at all. Yeah.
Did they actually give that guy a show?
Yeah, he had a show for 2 or 3 years.
Oh, is that a Captain Planet spin-off character or something?
no. It's
No, he's a real guy. Yeah, he's
real life, like eco.
eco terrorist.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
We took a hard
like-
pivot. My mistake.
he would go and straight out battle whalers and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
with his little dinky ship, like
Yeah.
and they'd have like helicopters and jet skis, and they're out there and like messing up their nets, and it's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
He's kind of a professional pain in the ass,
Yeah.
like, basically. But
Wait,
yeah.
you can get paid for that? I've been giving it away for free all this time. Apparently, Cyber 6 aired in Canada. So, Mike, you gotta be the one to tell us about it.
I never heard of it, man. Honestly. What year was that show?
On IMDb, if it's the one I'm looking at, it's 1999.
Oh yeah, I know. I was nowhere near TV in those days. Unless there was wrestling on it. All right. So,
I know it has nothing to do with the subject matter, but I'm dying to talk about it. Has anybody watched Bullet Train yet?
No, I
oh,
really
it's on my list.
Okay,
though.
we need to stop the stream. Take 2 hours. We'll watch it and we'll come right back.
Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
It is entertaining. Probably the most entertaining movie I've seen in a long time. I'm not gonna say it's good because
Okay.
yeah,
Because that would be crazy. That would just be crazy. Kevin saying a movie's good. That would be like, what? But yeah.
but there are so many moments where I was just laughing out loud and enjoying the hell out of. I mean, every actor on screen is giving it 100%, and they are all in. And it's actually surprisingly well written for a simple plot. And, you know, if you know how you shoot movies, you can see that, okay, this person's on set for 2 days, this person's on set for a week, and edited together perfectly. It's,
nice.
Yeah, it's such a fun, you know, and they have kind of the goofy flashback intros of all the assassins, and that's just, you know, pure, you know, cinema cotton candy for you. But it's so much fun. And it took me a second to figure out there's two guys that call the twins. One's a white guy, one's a black guy. They use tangerine and lime lemon are their code names. But it took me a second to realize Tangerine's fucking Quicksilver from the Avengers movie or Kick-Ass. Took me forever to realize. Yeah, I was like, oh, and just, you know, this makes up for Godzilla. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Marlon. Yeah, it's very entertaining. Every character is like I would watch a movie of every one of those characters, like origin story, getting them to the bullet train. Yeah, they're every one of them is because like there's the style they use. Everyone's got their different little style, and the one of the female characters, Prince, because her parents wanted a boy. Obviously, she's like so awesome because she's not the physical powerhouse everybody else is. So she's like kind of doing the chess match with them all and blackmailing the assassin that was there to kill her, and she's got a heavy by his kid. So if she doesn't call every 10 minutes, the kid's gonna die. So it just totally locks down that one assassin, and he has to start working for her. It's just yeah, it's well designed. So I don't want to say anything about that, Marlon, because that'd be too much of a spoiler. But yes, you agree. So.
Wow.
Barry, I'm assuming you're being a little sarcastic saying it wasn't predictable at all because, again, it was entertaining. There were some pretty obvious, you know, through lines on that. Enjoyable though. But yeah, so I recommend that, you know, as soon as you get the chance, watch Bullet Train. You know, totally worth the $10. Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys. I don't know. I think Stefan, I shared with you a screenshot of it a few weeks back. How was that again?
Oh, is it the shark movie?
Snow Monster versus Ice Shark.
Yeah, you did.
Man, it was. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I thought it was dumb as hell, but it delivered what it promised. It had a giant snow monster. It had ice sharks. They battle, you know, which covers the versus part of the title. It was great. I enjoyed the shit out of it, man. It was a really interesting looking snow creature. It's just a Godzilla movie that takes place in the Himalayas, basically. But you know what, man? I don't regret the time I spent. Let's put it that way.
So what was that title again? Because I remember it was Ice Shark, but I don't remember what the
Snow Monster versus Ice Shark.
Of course it's
Doesn't even try.
Of course that's the title. Yeah, why would I think it would be anything else?
Like I said, it delivers what it promises, man.
Yep.
Best depiction of Dracula I've ever seen.
Are you talking about the new Nick Cage movie?
Oh God.
I feel like that man can actually do no wrong now.
Yeah.
I feel like he has ascended to a place where there is no more forgiveness or praise anymore. It's just Nicolas Cage now. It's just his own
It's his own being.
his own dimension, his own plane of existence where you just accept it. Like in this one, he's a samurai from outer space. Cool, I get it. This one, he's Dracula. Of course he is.
Yeah,
Next, he's going to be Superman. Okay, why not? He's Nick Cage. I believe it. I believe in Nick Cage. I don't know. I have to at this point, don't I?
Yeah, he's now become the Randy Quaid without the LSD and right wing's politics. Yeah, he's just it's just, hey, we need someone to do this. Nick Cage, sure, let's do it. Yeah, does he got any bills to pay? That way we know what our budget
No,
is.
he'll say yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but he's doing Renfield, where he's
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
But he
actually
plays
might be
Dracula,
good.
yeah?
as you know, Nick Cage, ultra campy Dracula. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure it'll be a thing of beauty.
Can that please just be like a the sequel
has no
to
choice.
Vampire Dead Loving It?
Oh, don't bring up that movie. That's such garbage. Oh fuck. I mean that was such a taint on Mel Brooks' career that he didn't do any comedy after that. He switched to full on producing horror movies after that.
Yeah.
That's how bad that movie is.
All right, let's get some ink on this, I guess.
What? Oh wait, okay. I just jumped into the tail end of a conversation. It was getting weird. All I saw was Casey replying to Danny that she has VH tapes in the attic, but no means to record her screen. I mean, just that seems like one step away from telling someone to put lotion on the skin. There's just like so out of context. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Where can I put my tapes?
Yeah. Oh, Casey said Bullet Train's on Netflix right now, so
It is, yes.
there you go.
I don't think it's on Netflix in Canada, but it's on Netflix, I think, in the States. Yeah, but it's on, I can get it on Prime.
Get a VPN, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, this stream is sponsored by
Stealing movies.
Stealing Your Shit VPN.
But yeah, I actually got the multi-format Blu-ray DVD with the digital code for $10. So that prevented me from having to buy Netflix for a month, thankfully, because you know. Oh, Barry watched it on Amazon Prime, so there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Cool, thanks,
That's what
Barry.
I thought.
Yeah. Do a quick round robin, show everybody's full screen. Yeah. B McIntosh said sponsored by NordVPN, code Sketchy, check out for 32.5% off. That's right. Come on, NordVPN, send us that money.
You know you listen to too many podcasts when
Yeah. When you know the actual full commercial.
the full commercial.
Hey Dan, can you shift your art just a little to the left? Thanks.
I haven't done anything up top, so we'll just go with that.
No, that's fine. Just want everybody to see. What's that character's name again?
This is Wildwing. Wildwing Flashblade. Super original names.
Oh wow! I would say they
Flashblade.
It just needs a
The fact
guitar
that he
solo
doesn't
right
have
after.
any pockets is amazing.
Yeah, it just needs a heavy guitar lick every time you say that.
Flashblade.
Wow. Hey, Casey, you're all drawing cover shots. She's making this. I don't know. You're trying to say it's a bad thing, Casey? I think it. What? She said everybody has such strong blocking and poses this week. So wow, she's really good at those backhanded compliments. Y'all been dog shit for weeks. Took 2 weeks off and come back. Boom!
Yeah, finally.
It's a new year.
I've been dog shit for like a whole month, man. I haven't done a good drawing in ages. I feel like it's been a long time, so I'm hoping this one will turn out. I've really been having a hard time getting back on the saddle. I wanted to take a break, but then I just couldn't get motivated to draw at all. And then the whole holidays went by and I didn't draw. And that was weird for me. I usually draw all through the Christmas holidays. Only did a couple of sketches and it was very, I don't know, just no satisfaction there. So it was a very, very weird holidays for me that way. So yeah, I'm glad it looks good from what you're saying, Casey.
Oh, Danny, if you find them Earthworm Jim toys, you let me know.
Oh.
That's one of those characters I have a hard time admitting that I like. It's like saying you like Dilbert. It's like, I gotta separate the.
You say Dilbert?
Yeah, because Scott Adams just became just like batshit crazy, but it's still early Dilbert made me laugh.
Oh, did he go nuts?
Oh, dude, yeah. Both him and the guy who created Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
Oh,
full on cue, nuts.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Although I don't know if Hugh's in the chat room or not, but we've come up with an idea. We're gonna steal the MAGA slogan. We're gonna revamp it to make art great again, and just try to stick it to him as hard as we can. Danny said they are up there. He saw him when he got his TMNT toys down to let the kids play. You let your kids play with toys? These are collector's items. I'm going to go refill my drink, so I'll leave it to you guys to keep this conversation going. Give me like 5 minutes, right back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it would not. No, Casey. I love your enthusiasm, but would a political art night be successful or a huge disaster? Huge disaster.
We don't want to go there.
Yeah, I mean, we would have fun doing what we're going to do, but that's gonna be like the battle of the bands. The only people watching are gonna be family and girlfriends and boyfriends. Everybody else is gonna tune out so quick. What do you think we are, the New Yorker? All right, right back.
Is there any animated stuff you guys are watching now that you like? That like anything new that's out? I'm not even aware of anything. The only cartoon I really can think of that I actually like, other than I'll still watch The Simpsons, is Primal. But I never actually never get to catch it when it's on. I'm always like, I'll be like, oh, Primal's on, and I'll catch the last 3 minutes of that episode that week, and that's it. Like I never catch the whole thing. I got the whole first season though for Christmas, and I don't think the second season's available on disc yet. But I
don't think so. But I've only seen the first season so far.
It's great.
I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. One of the best things I've watched recently.
Oh, same, yeah. The one with the ridiculous ape caves, like the ape cave, like the ape people one where he's like the huge gladiatorial, combat at the end where it's just insane. Like
Yeah.
he drinks the elixir and basically becomes the Hulk, and it's just incredible. Like, so good.
Yeah. The witches were really
Yep.
creepy.
Oh yeah,
Some really good ones.
the way they communicate pain and sorrow in that show too. Like it's just for a show with no words, they really know how to cut to the core of communication. It's really really incredible.
Yeah, my wife won't watch it because it's too sad for her.
Yeah, I get it though, man. That show is
Yeah.
tearing my guts out, man. Absolutely, that show will.
That first
That show
episode.
it takes no prisoners, man. It just so long feelings.
I'm jumping in the tail end. What show are you talking about?
Primal.
Oh, I am. Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I'm only 3 episodes into it, but because I started watching the first one and then realized, oh wait, I have to watch it. There's no dialogue. I can't listen to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that threw me off. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I had to go rewatch a few episodes when I realized I'm like 3 episodes in and I've just heard grunts for the last hour and a half of my life.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing for me. I was like, oh, okay. Gotta watch this one.
My wife in the other room working, and all she hears is like.
Oh, there's a Usagi Yojimbo show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you guys know about
I
that?
haven't seen that.
Danny mentioned that.
Is it like the new generation kind of thing or something? Like it's like a
Yeah, it's called
It's
Samurai
like
Rabbit. It's his
great
the same-
grandson or something like that.
okay. Huh.
It's done really well. It's different.
Usagi
enough.
does show up, so that's pretty cool.
It's different enough. It's not.
Is
It's its own story.
it 2D animation or should do 3D?
No, 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, is it good 3D or like slapped together quick?
it's good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
There's a lot of the shows like that. when
did
they
you
go
see
3D.
the turtles Usagi crossover that they did?
Yeah. Okay.
Like that.
Okay. All right. So bad. Yeah.
But I will say they do. There's these like flashback, not really flashback scenes, but they're kind of done like flashback scenes where whenever he's in his imagination, he's thinking about Usagi. It's done like a really good anime. So there's these random scenes that are done with just a beautiful animation.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, that's cool. So the
are like,
flashbacks are different. That's awesome.
they're like Sumi ink brush.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's really cool.
All right. I'll have to steal someone's Netflix password and check that out.
Yeah, it's like the humor of Kung Fu Panda meets Usagi Yojin.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, or 3. That's a big difference.
We'll go with one.
Okay, all right.
I couldn't tell you anything about 2 or 3. I think I might have watched each one, so I don't know enough.
I honestly don't even know if there's a third one. I was just throwing it out there for the.
Oh, I think there's like 17.
Jesus Christ!
They did like Christmas specials and shit.
Oh shit.
They went Land Before Time with that one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think it has a show also as a thing. You know how they do the with like the not as good animation.
Yeah.
It's still CG, but not quite as good.
Yeah, like when Disney started making all their movies into TV shows with the really bad voice acting and animation.
Right, it's like the B team animation or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they did like a Furious 5
With Vin
movie.
Diesel? Like the family got smaller?
Different Furious 5.
Oh, okay. Although, if they got Vin Diesel in on Kung Fu Panda, I may watch that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like a random villain.
Well, I mean, I want him as Iron Giant. And,
Love that movie.
mm-hmm.
I'm due for a rewatch on that.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Okay, where are they going to watch that? Yeah.
It's still the best Superman movie they ever made.
Oh, it's so good. Well, You're only saying that because the villain in that isn't a real estate mogul.
So long.
I watched Superman Returns the other day for no reason other than it was on, and my hands were too busy to hit the remote to turn it off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus, they're revamping this character, and they still have Lex Luthor with the same plot line. Real estate, baby. I'm like, Lex could be so much better and so much more.
That movie had some good stuff about it, but
Is there a different version in Canada?
no.
Okay.
I don't know. I wanted to like it, I guess, and I don't know. couldn't get there with it, unfortunately.
Right, I'm trying to see what's going on here. Oh, Danny's wish casting. I thought he was actually talking about a Red Sonja cartoon. But he was talking about the team behind Primal doing Barbaric.
Oh, that would be, yeah. He mentioned that to me in the chat before. Yeah, that would be. Are you guys familiar with Barbaric, the Vault comic?
That's the one with that cursed
the
axe.
first story.
Yeah, he's got like a possessed axe blade. Yeah, it's rad as hell, man.
I only know of it from you and shit, because a couple people did a thing on the show, coasters on the show about it. Yeah, that's what you guys talked about. Yeah, it's the first I ever heard of it. Yeah.
I know Maria Wolf has done a couple of covers for that book. I almost got to do a cover for it. I had to turn the gig down because I was just swamped at the time, and I've kicked myself ever since because it's just turned into, it's a really popular series and it's a really, really cool comic, and yeah, it's a bummer. Vault makes some pretty cool comics. I just read I've been reading actually Adam Gorham's The Blue Flame, which is just incredible. I'm loving the hell out of that. Really different kind of sci-fi stuff. Really good.
Well, I finally have a comic book store that doesn't require me a 45-minute drive to get to. So,
that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. I actually go there every week, and I've been doing a lot of shelf shopping because he's brand new store. So
nice.
He hasn't really done pull list yet.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully get to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more and more indies that I don't get to see online or find, because do the shelf shopping and can find them more.
Yep.
But I'll look for Vault. I'll see what he carries in the Vault then.
Yeah, Barbaric is good. I think the Blue Flame might be over now, but it was 10 issues, and I'm only in issue 5. I'm loving it. I'm not a very, as you know, Stefan, I'm not a very techie kind of guy. I don't really get along with technology very well, and as a result, I am impressed very easily by them. And I was reading the Blue Flame, and I opened up the first page, and on the inside cover there was a QR code for the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a score for the comic book,
mm-hmm.
and it's an original score, and
Mm-hmm.
it's fantastic. And it was just like whoa, cool! My phone's playing that while I'm reading the comic book, and I got to tell you, man, it was a pretty awesome experience. If I could have had like a sunny deck and a cold drink, it would have been a fucking epic day. But the soundtrack and the comic was a real nice mix, and it was just like, oh, what a thoughtful thing, Like, not only did they love their comic enough to write a score for it, but there it is for free. You just play it while you're reading. It's fantastic.
They're a company that shall not be named did that with Out of Body.
Okay, yeah,
Same thing. It was kind of interesting. Like, it's not for me because I don't like distractions when I read because I'll get distracted way too easily. Like,
that's fair. What I liked about this one was there's no lyrics. It was just
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
nice
But
instrumental score. Yeah.
yeah, but even for me, if I start hearing that, all of a sudden I'll get too much into the music and forget what I was reading. I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
I'll literally read a couple pages and then go, I absorbed nothing there. Let me go back and reread. But no, a lot of people did like it, you know, because it created the mood. Oh, so Red Sonja is getting a new movie this year.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Live action, though, I'm assuming, right?
Yes. Danny would be able to tell you who the actress was. It was originally going to be the actress that was who played Ghost in was it like
Oh,
Ant-Man
Ant-Man
or-
2?
Yeah.
Or one? Yeah.
And I loved her. I thought she was absolutely perfect casting. But yeah, the new person they have playing her looks also like she'll be pretty good fit. I heard a weird rumor, and the way I heard it makes it feel like it might be legit. I don't know. There's a new Conan novel that's come out, Blood of the Serpent or something like this. Can't remember the author's name, but it's very much a original Robert E. Howard style Conan novel.
Mhm.
It's supposedly set between two of his stories. And I read a review of it, and in the review, the opening line of the review is like, "Oh yes, this book starring pulp novel, comic book, and soon to be major, soon to be Netflix series hero Conan the Barbarian." And I'm like, I haven't heard of a Conan Netflix series, but I would be okay with it if they wanted.
I don't know about that, man.
Well, we're never going to get what's really good, right? But I'll take something over nothing,
Really? Because I could point out a couple things that got shot on that we would say rather have nothing over something.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I always try to just think of the original core of fandom and the idea that, if a shitty one exists, that means there's, in theory, a good one might one day. Like, I'm still waiting for a good Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah,
Hoping
see?
we might get one. I
Mhm.
might probably not going to get one, but I'm hoping we're going to get one eventually, one day. They've had numerous times at that. So maybe they'll get it right this time. I don't know.
And quite honestly, the bar's so low.
Hmm.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
long as they don't skull fuck the characters on camera at this time, everyone's like, "Oh, thank you for giving us, a good Fantastic Four movie."
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a lot of. I mean, most of what I watch is on Netflix. I guess probably at the end of the day. So I've seen some good stuff on Netflix. So Conan in the right hands, with a good budget, could be kind of awesome.
Oh no, I
We'll
agree.
see. I haven't heard anything about it though. I honestly haven't heard any details except this guy might have been making shit up. But there was a review for a new book, so I thought he must have got his info somewhere.
Yeah, it's more the platform. If it wasn't on Netflix, I would have
Oh, I see.
a bit more, confident that could be decent.
Hmm.
But Netflix is just, they just can't stop shit in the bed with
No,
IPs. Yeah. Max I say is still waiting for a good adaptation of Berserk. So he feels yeah. So
Oh, okay.
I mean, haven't been waiting that long. Berserk just came out, but I get it. I mean, and I'm sure that if he's talking about the Keanu Reeves joint,
Oh, yeah, that Berserk.
I don't know if he's talking about that one or another one. I don't know. That's why I'm like,
You might be
saying
talking about the manga Berserk, which is,
okay, that would make sense for the still waiting. Yeah, because I was like,
yeah,
Keanu's Berserk just
that's.
came out.
I mean, I've heard only really good things about it. I know the comic's amazing, but I also know the creator recently passed away, which means the story will never get finished.
Oh no, really?
Really, really hard. Yeah, it's because it's been going for like 30 years or something. It's a super, super old property.
Oh wow.
One guy behind it the whole time. I don't really know much about it though. There's probably people out there cringing hearing me say that, but I know it's got a massive fandom. I've just never really been exposed to it except for the fan art.
And Danny, yes, I would be more down for Conan on Tubi than I would be on Netflix. Yeah, damn right.
Is it a stylistic thing mostly, or
Well, with Netflix,
yeah?
It's the executives are too involved. They have, and I've actually seen the mandate because it's what killed the Pound Bear. And because of the mandate that they have for all shows, you wouldn't be able to get a good show like a good version of Conan out. If you're familiar with what happened with The Witcher, you're going to see
Not
that
really. No, I don't know anything about The Witcher, to be honest. Yeah.
but you're going to get that same type of treatment for Conan.
Okay.
So it won't be good. Conan will become a sidekick in his own show.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Hey, Jose, what's happening? Oh, yeah, and Macintosh did clear up that, not the Keanu version, but Kento Miura. Probably pronouncing the last name wrong, but... Casey has a question for the marker artists. What did you study or watch to improve? Watching you work makes me want to try harder to learn.
I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. I feel like every time I'm back to playing, I haven't quite grasped a technique that I'm absolutely happy with.
So the people watching are obviously were in their most impressionable youth during the mid 90s, because everyone is just jumping all over the Street Sharks there, Camillo. But they're saying that the rest are nice too, but Jose was saying the shark is so.
I remember they had cool looking toys. I never had any of the toys. Shark toys.
But the nostalgia vision is strong with this piece, that's for sure.
Wasn't that Vin Diesel's first job as promoting those toys?
Oh God!
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
That's right. I remember these guys now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, young Vin Diesel.
Yeah, the YouTube video of that is hilarious.
Holy shit! Yep, I have it up right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a Toy Fair actor in 1995.
That is so funny.
Wearing his leather vest and the whole bit. That's great. Hey, good on him though, because it proves he's a nerd through and through. Cause
absolutely.
Yeah. Because like I remember when he came out, like when he did Triple X, and he had to get all the the tattoos. Like, several of them were like his D&D character names and shit. Because they just had to come up with things to put on. So he's like, all right.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that video is so 90s. Like,
oh yeah, look at his hair. It's amazing.
Yeah, but the vest, the lighting, the whole bit. Yeah. When aliens visit our planet and, years in the future, they're going to see this and go, "Oh, okay. This is why we didn't come. This is why we didn't come earlier."
Or that's why they come.
Yeah, like shit. Oh, we should have came sooner.
They're not like this at all.
Actually, they'll see the street sharks and think that they're the gods we worshipped, and then they'll run away. They'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Was it Futurama that had the aliens that watched Ally McBeal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Freaking love that.
Lure from Omicron Persei 8. Yep.
Yep.
That was such a good throwback.
Yeah, I love that show. I still watch that show on a regular.
Oh yeah.
My favorite episode is Parasites Lost, when
incredible
Fry eats the gas station sandwich.
Yeah.
It gets the worms.
As sad as it is, I still love the one with his dog. Like,
No,
that's,
I can't.
Just a freaking heart wrenching
No, I can't watch that one.
No,
That one's on the banned list.
Yep, I watched Jurassic Park once, and I'll never watch it again.
I love it.
I didn't cry, but someone poked me in the eye really hard after that one. I was like, no.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. And I was even annoyed when they tried to retcon it. I'm like, no, you don't get to make up your mistake.
You can't make it better.
Yeah.
You ruined our childhood, and you're gonna live with it.
Yeah, Mac, that's what I'm talking about. Jurassic Park is the dog one. Yep. Oh, that was. Oh, so Casey now has to go lie down somewhere quiet because I mentioned Jurassic Park. Yep. Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's funny because Matt Graham is in it.
That's nothing. I grew up watching Never Ending Story.
Oh. No, don't. No.
Don't talk to me until you watch that.
Oh, God damn. Like, there's a Dragon Con, and I'm sure you've seen the pictures, but that kid that Ateu, is that the kid's name?
Atreyu?
Yeah. Where he
had
had the stuffed horse head, and he would just drop the head on the carpeting and then just start screaming, And I was like, damn you. And he looked great. But I was just like, Jesus, this is supposed to be fun.
It was a good costume, but it was horrible.
I know. I'm just like, read the room, son. You're killing the vibe. Just everybody
guys, I just gotta bounce out for 1 second.
Sure, man.
I'll be back.
Yeah. No worries, man.
Yeah. It's breakfast. He's got to get breakfast. But yeah, anyway, so Matt Groening did an interview, and through the course of the day, asked him, anything he would change. And he had an episode of The Simpsons and an episode of Futurama that he regretted doing. And the Futurama episode was Jurassic Park. So I was like, all right, at least you admit that, you crossed the line.
He crossed the line.
Do you know what the Simpsons one was?
Yeah, it was. I forget the name of it, but it's the one where Skinner is proven not to be Skinner. He stole the identity from.
Yeah.
So that's why they ended up writing the episode a few seasons later, where everyone agreed to never mention it again.
Carmen Tanzarian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Casey said last Madison Con, went there and a couple dressed as Thomas and Martha Wayne, and they kept dying in front of Batman cosplayers. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I try not to give too much kudos to cosplayers because you know how I feel about them at cons, but every now and then you see some great ones. Like, I remember at Heroes Con, this trio was walking around as the primary cast from Death Becomes Her. And they did such a fantastic job with their makeup to, make Goldie Hawn's neck look twisted. And the other one had a LCD monitor, flex monitor across her belly, and with a small camera out the backside of the dress so you can actually see behind her, so it looked like she had the shotgun blast.
Oh, that is great.
Oh, so good. I was like,
that's
man,
crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember one of my first New York Comic Cons, there was a guy there, he brought his kids, and he was taking them through the Artist Alley, and the one kid, I don't know how Dad made the costumes, clearly, but the one son was Taskmaster, and it was perfect. Like, it was like a video game scaled down perfect costume of Taskmaster. The other kid was younger, and he was the Silver Surfer, and he was wearing some kind of a chrome suit. It was amazing, and he was sitting on a kind of a surfboard shaped kind of toboggan that had been done in chrome as well. And Dad was just pulling them on that, and that was it. And it was it was dead simple, and it was just amazing. Like I got their picture somewhere.
That's awesome. Yeah. Danny says he wants to go dress as the dad from Gremlins at a con and spend all day trying to sell people the bathroom buddy. That sounds like something Danny would do. Yeah. I believe him.
I'm back, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, Casey, I'm the same way. I'm skewed on the cosplay at conventions. Like, you know, I do enjoy when I see people who actually put genuine effort into it and have some, you know, amazing makeup and, you know, costumes that they've made. You know, but it's just the schmucks that roll out, buy a, you know, fucking Deadpool costume, and all of a sudden they think they're comedians. It's just like, yeah, out of my face, son. Unless that suit's got pockets, you got nothing for me. Keep moving.
I don't mind cosplayers at shows. I just wish that the show promoters wouldn't put cosplayers in the artist alley. I'm not saying you can't walk through the artist alley. I'm just saying artists shouldn't have tables set up next to cosplayers in artist alley, because that's just is not the same thing. And I've been at shows where it has created a lot of chaos for whoever happens to be within that radius of that, you know, because, you know, a cosplayer table becomes a photo booth, and a photo booth becomes a lineup, and a lineup becomes people standing in front of your table for miles. And you know, it's one thing if you're standing if you're tabling a few tables away from someone like you know, like a legend like a Neil Adams, you know, rest in peace, or like a, you know, Mike Grell, or something like a Mike Golden. These guys that, you know, have these fans that line up and get their book signed up. Like, that's one thing, you know, people are lined up for comic book artists. I don't want a photo booth to impede the buying experience of anybody in the artist alley. I'm just kind of trusted that way, though.
Oh no, I agree. I mean, because you want the flow of, you know, people that are there for the same thing to be going in that direction.
Yeah.
What you just need to do is photobomb every one of their pictures with, you know, some of your art, with the big cartel URL at the bottom.
Yeah, it can definitely be a bummer if it blocks your thing. But same thing with you could be next to a legend, and that could also suck if you get stuck.
But there's a difference in that, though. I agree. Like, to me, if someone's there waiting for a legend to sign a book, that person's probably also buying comic book art.
Yeah, that's true.
In theory. So you might actually be exposed to a fandom you've never seen before because they're standing in front of your table. It still sucks if they're standing in front of your table, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, you know, I'd rather them in front of my table for that reason than, you know, to get, you know, a celebrity's signature or something like that, or photo op. It all depends on the layout. That stuff's crucial for shows. Think about. A lot of them don't.
The old apples and apples thing.
Yep.
This means you need to draw more anime.
There you go. Problem solved.
Yeah.
That comes from somebody. I don't even like anime. So.
Yeah. Say, or bring Atomic Mike books with you. Speaking of cons, you guys got your early schedules put together yet, or still too early?
Oh, conventions?
Yeah. Sorry, thought I was being clever with that segue, but obviously I wasn't.
I'm looking into some. There's a few that I'm not going to get to this year because they conflict. The timing conflicts, but definitely be returning to Granite in September. That's something I'm really looking forward to. That's the only one that's officially on paper actually happening.
Gotcha.
I wanted to be in New Orleans this weekend, but the Fan Expo in New Orleans, but I didn't get approved for that show. So that was kind of a bummer.
For which one?
New Orleans.
Oh,
Mainly because I'd never been to New Orleans before, and that would have been fun.
yeah.
But,
Well, it would have been something.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about the place, except it'd be fun to go. But and a ton of my friends are there. But that's all right. I probably will do the Toronto Comic Con in March, but no confirmation.
Is that Fan Expo?
It's a fan expo show, yeah, but it's the March smaller version that takes place in March.
Gotcha.
Toronto Comic Con Fan Expo Toronto is the one that happens in August. One that I really want to do in August is another one that I want to do is the DCAF, which is the Dartmouth Comic Arts Festival in Dartmouth at the ferry station in Nova Scotia, which is a really cool spot because it's literally a indoor and outdoor kind of Comic Con, like at the ferry station. So, you get a whole new flush of people every hour coming through the show. So it's kind of interesting.
That's cool. Yeah.
Troy and Brenda will be there, and other friends of the show will be there, and one that I'm looking forward to. Any chance to go to the East Coast is one that I'll take. So, hoping that'll happen. Yeah.
What about you, Chris? Anything locked in yet?
Right now, I know I'm definitely gonna be going to Granite again.
Woohoo!
That's all I know right now.
Mila, you gonna make it to Granite this year?
Yeah, it's the only one I have locked in as well. And, it'll be my first time doing an international convention.
Oh, that's gonna be
very
awesome,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
You can come and try to take the championship belt.
Who?
There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
I think we need tags live.
That would be
Oh
cool.
man, that would be crazy.
It's
That would
that.
be cool.
Yeah, Randy's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about. Well, we'll talk about it more when Randy locks it in. But yeah, it's being talked about. So, Michael, the Street Sharks being done by Camillo. And Chris is doing Gargoyles, Brooklyn. And the character from the Mighty Ducks, I have no idea, and I can't keep forgetting his name. Oh, Daniel, there you are. You lost your feed for a second. And what's the character's name? I know it requires a sick guitar lick after you say it, but what's the character's name
Wild
again?
Wing.
Wild Wing. Something laser skate or some shit like that? And then Mike is doing Bobby the Barbarian from D&D.
Where's this board?
Oh, yeah, and War Duke's crotch.
I don't know if I'm not hearing somebody on my end.
See, again, I'm telling you, we knew our audience age range is Street Sharks.
Yep, that's
everyone's
cool.
everyone's coming in
I
on
think
Street
that's
Sharks.
cool. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Oh, it's a deep
I'm
cut.
not
I didn't
really-
even think of Street Sharks when I was thinking of all the possibilities of things coming in.
Yeah, I'm not catching
That one
audio
didn't even
from everybody.
register.
For me, the ultimate Saturday morning cartoons that come to mind are like I always go right back to the early '80s. So I always think of like Thunder the Barbarian and the hour that it was. There was an amazing hour for a while when I was a kid. I think it was probably like I want to say it was probably like 82, 83. And it was an hour where it was Spider-Man and his amazing friends, and then the
Mhm.
Hulk.
Mhm.
And the '80s Hulk cartoon was incredible. It was amazing. Had the best opening theme song. It was just the coolest shit ever. The only thing that was lame about it was when he transformed. Of course, all his clothes would tear. He'd become the Hulk. But when he turned back into Banner, his clothes would all be intact, which was just a way to save money. But god damn it, used to frustrate the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that cartoon, and yeah, getting an hour of that in Spider-Man was just a treat. But yeah, Thunder was my show though. I missed that one a lot. I still watch it. I got the DVDs. I got what we thought were official DVDs ages ago. My wife got from. They were actually bootleg, but they were really highly produced bootlegs. They had everything was perfect except for the little Comedy Central logo or whatever it
I was
was.
gonna say, yeah, the little bug at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I don't remember them putting those on DVDs.
Everything looked amazing. No, it's available properly on DVD and Blu-ray now, but at the time
Yeah.
it wasn't. It looked legit. Like it looked like the real deal. And they had like a nice like menu and everything. Like it looked like it was officially, but it was just a nicely produced bootleg. But it was, it's great. It's such a weird, cool show. I almost did a Robotech thing. That was another cool one.
Oh, I love Robotech.
Oh, I loved Robotech. That was
What I loved about it was the
Boy.
fact that it was such a change from like, watching like G.I. Joe, where every Cobra soldier jumps out of every trouble bubble as it gets shot down by, a ninja star or a handgun or something like that. But like on that show, like, it's just people just get machine gunned to death by mechs, and it's just like, holy shit, what am I watching? It's a crazy show. And the style and the character design is so amazing. Yeah. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I was big into the second generation, the one with the motorcycles.
Oh, like the Invid Invasion or whatever?
Yeah,
that was good
was-
shit too. Yeah,
yeah.
that was really good shit.
Yeah, that was the one that I was all in on. I couldn't wait to get home from school to catch that.
Oh yeah, the toys they made for that were wicked too.
Yeah, Michael's complaining that there's no Hulk drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, Daniel, you just dropped. You were actually there for a while. So 1 second, guys. Let me bring him back in. Yeah, his feed's been getting a little wonky for the last couple minutes. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's disappointment that no one did MC Hammer. Because then that could have done him in a Beetlejuice mashup.
And his talking shoes and hammer pants.
The talking shoes slayed me. Honestly, that was my favorite part of the show. I didn't get it. I never understood why they talked. I missed the pilot episode, so I was always trying to catch up, But yeah, the fact that he had magical shoes, basically.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second. Looks like Daniel's back in. I'll be right back, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you into the feed. You're in the group. You're just not on OBS yet. Yeah, it's really weird. For a few moments, you just kept kind of popping in and out your feed. I don't know if you heard me say it or not, but then all of a sudden you just drop.
whatever.
Yeah, but it's all good now.
It's all good.
All right, James, to answer your question. All right, so how we do the bids and the auctions on this is we start the auctions for these actually Monday night. It goes through Wednesday night. If anybody bids during the show, that'll be the starting bid. But the auctions themselves will be on the Things Are Getting Sketchy Facebook page, and they'll run through 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So if you're interested and want to put a starting bid on it, you're more than welcome to do it. Otherwise, they'll just start at the normal bids on Monday night. That's for James and everybody else watching. But James is the one who asked, so he gets priority on the actual name recognition. So growing up, did you guys get all 3 Voltron cartoons?
Yeah.
I only got the vehicle one and then the Lions.
So you didn't get the it wasn't as distributed as much, but like the 3 robots that kind of combined together, it was not good. There's a reason why it did not get as much distribution as the other ones. Yeah,
I don't remember that one either.
I love the look of the vehicle one, and I had a really weird, like, cheap toy. I don't know what store I got it at or who made it. It was so long ago now, but it had all of, like, 15 pieces or whatever it was that made up the robot, and it was cool. I just loved the look of that Voltron. Thought he looked awesome.
The vehicle one.
Yeah, the Blazing Sword one looked cool too. Like,
it took way too many to get. That's why I didn't like them. I'm like, geez, you're like, if one car gets a flat tire, they're completely fucked. No,
he's got no forearm.
Yeah, exactly.
My forearm. Yeah.
The other 29 pieces show up waiting for Bob to put the donut on.
Everyone waiting for Bob the Taint. Bob the Taint, so that Voltron can have a crotch.
Lost part of it. There we go. Look at that.
What you got? Oh, nice. Yeah, it was the Gladiator Voltron. That was the form of it. It was just weird. It was just like 3 robots that some executives' kids just mashed together, and oh yeah, that'll work.
Very good.
So it could have 6 sets of arms. Yeah, it was just so bizarre.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Not great. It was the GoBot of Voltrons. Yeah, Jason's telling Michael to get out of here with their Hulk. I forgot. Yeah, Michael's the Hulk guy. Yeah.
Oh, Pena. Like
Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Michael. Yeah.
I forgot. I gotta read the full names because you guys don't get to see
I
them.
knew exactly who he was talking.
yeah. Once I put Michael and Hulk together, everyone. Oh, that one.
Like,
That's funny because I have a guy who collects Hulk drawings named Michael, who's not that Michael, which is so I could have been either one, but
that's confusing.
All right, we need a Highlander fight to the death.
That's right. There can only be one. Yeah, Hulk.
No, it doesn't have to be the death. Just the loser has to collect Red Hulk only.
Oh.
That's a punishment worse than death.
Joe Fix-It only.
Oh no, Joe Fix-It's awesome.
Joe
But,
Fix-It is awesome.
Yeah, but Hulk, Hulk with a stash,
Some people
a disappearing stash actually. Yeah, it goes away with the clothes and comes back.
Don't even get me started on the fucking.
Oh no, your hate for that Hulk is just as strong as mine. I get it. That's why I'm poking the bear on this.
What
one.
if the Red Hulk just had a really glorious dash?
That would.
You know what?
See,
I would have bought it.
I would have been
bought every page of it if that was the case. But
I would have been. Sorry,
it was the biggest ripoff
Yep.
to this date that I can remember that Marvel, with the slight exception being their mishandling the first time of the Miracle Man property. But I mean, the Red Hulk thing, the whole Red Hulk thing, the build-up, the so-called mystery, the story that went nowhere, the constant promises and lies that came from the creative team, and then the ultimate final reveal was the last time I ever bought a Hulk comic, and I've been reading since 1981. I was that angry about it that I threw the comic into the fucking lake, physically threw the book into the lake. That's where I was with. That's where I was at with it.
Yeah.
That was it. I was done. I was done.
Red herring. Yeah. It was so bad. Like
It was
the whole.
so bad.
Yeah, and it to this day annoys me to no end, just because how shitty the red herring of it was. Just
Horrible.
Yeah. And quite honestly, the only spin-off character we need from the Hulk is Doc Samson. I say that with no irony at all. Doc Samson's my boy. I like him.
I like Doc Samson. I think he's a super important character to the Hulk's history too. But
he was such
Hulk,
an asshat when he started too.
Oh, he was totally.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah.
So
It's the design of that character is just fucking sensational.
Yeah.
I want to see Joe Jusko paint that guy every day forever because that's just, you know what I mean? Like he's just such a perfect classic golden Bronze Age, Hulk character, like unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. So for Michael Pena, next time we schedule shows, we will do a Hulk night, but it'll be all secondary Hulk characters. No one can draw the Hulk itself.
I have a hard time picking a favorite. That's what I love about the Hulk. There's sometimes when I think my favorite is I know Hugh's favorite is the mindless Void Hulk, the late 290s, early 300s Hulk when he's wandering the void when it's Sal Buscema, and it's just the mindless Hulk, and I love that shit. That was like the whole Buscema years were incredible. The Sal Buscema was incredible, unbelievably good, and loved all of it. I really have a soft spot for the Jeff Purves run, the first Mr. Fix-It run, not the first Grey Hulk run, the first Mr. Fix-It run.
Mr. Fix-It run, yeah.
Which was so incredible. And I remember it being so jarringly ugly and horrible to my eyes because I had just come off that Todd McFarlane run, which was so beautiful. But, I was starting getting smarter to the business back in those days and realized just like, as I got into it, just what a genius storyteller Jeff Purves.
That's what I was about to say. The story of the Mr.
He only did a few issues. Like I think between maybe he did a dozen issues, 10 or something issues. They're all, every one of them stands out as an incredible story, and the art style of the Hulk was so different.
Yep.
And I remember being like looking that guy up and being like, what other comics did this guy make? Like I loved his work. He had to make more comics, and he never did. He only did that run the Hulk, and that was it. He did a bunch of stuff in movies and film and whatever afterwards, storyboard work, but he never did comics after that, to my knowledge.
He went where the real money was.
Unique run. Gorgeous. Yeah.
And I know it's not a popular one, but for me, because of storytelling wise, I actually like Peter David's Pantheon Hulk.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't mind that stuff either.
Yeah.
I like Dale Keown's work. It's too bad Dale turned into a douchebag, but like
I know.
I love his work. Like he was my hero as a kid, man. Like
his Hulk was so
his Hulk was like, to me, honestly, like he was the next John Byrne in terms of how he drew the Hulk, and I love the John Byrne run. Like, he's awesome. I love his work. Fucking douchebag, but anyway.
So my opinion is good with us doing a Hulk night where it's only secondary Hulks. I guess it just gets him the Hulk. It's close enough,
Draw that weird skinny Rick Jones Hulk from
fuck off.
You know what? I didn't hate it. It was because the Hulk was suddenly gray and it was weird and like that's when McFarlane was just getting into it, and he wasn't even drawing the book; he was just kind of inking it. And
I think
it was.
I was just more burned out of those Rick Jones stuff because he was becoming this toss around character in Marvel where.
Oh, for sure he was, man. Yeah, and he still is. I mean, to a degree. Like, I don't know. I haven't read the Immortal Hulk stuff, but I know they go to some very dark and terrifying places with Rick Jones. They go into some real body horror shit with the whole Gamma stuff. I got to read it all. I'm excited to read it. I'm actually putting it off until I have some time to sit and just read it all in one shot.
I mean, he became the Marvel, he became Thanos to their Jimmy Olsen. I mean, that's what it was. It was a Thanos Darkseid thing with Rick Jones, Jimmy Olsen. For me, for some reason, it was just like, oh wait, we need a sidekick. Here's Rick Jones. Go take him, Ghost Rider. Oh, you need a sidekick? Here you go, guys. Take Rick Jones. He's got nothing going on right now.
I always loved the character, but it's I know, like he was the original Captain Marvel's guy for a while, and like, the Nega bands and all that stuff. And that's one thing I will say. Like the one good thing that came out of the Red Hulk time was the all the amazing Ed McGuinness art that you got from it. And all incredible. And but I loved, actually, and I find it weird to even admit this, I don't like his origin and I don't like how he was created, but I loved A-Bomb. I loved the Rick Jones A-Bomb. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it because the storytelling was fucking terrible. But I thought he looked wicked. I thought he looked really cool. And what's left to do with Rick Jones? Oh, I'll turn him into a blue armored armadillo looking Hulk. Why not? Whatever. It was fun.
Well, it's the obvious next stage of evolution. Come on. But what I did not like about A-Bomb, because it was just like, okay, so we're just taking Doomsday from Superman.
Yep.
And throwing some Abomination skin on him.
Yep.
There wasn't a bit of originality to the character. So,
none at all. No, he looked cool. That was it.
But he looked cool in the way that Deadpool looked cool, because Deathstroke looked cool 20 years earlier.
Yeah. Deadpool will never be as cool as Deathstroke, but yes, I agree. Yeah.
But that's what I'm getting at with the whole A-Bomb thing. It just, it was Doomsday with some
the Hulk broke my heart, man, when he went there. That was And I wanted to like Scar, but nothing about him made sense, and I was just so mad about it.
Who's
and then there was that other brother that just showed up. Here's this other brother guy. Oh no, the Hulk had another son. What? Here he is. And like, who cares? It was lame too. I didn't even know where that went. Like, I don't know. Meanwhile, Planet Hulk altogether was incredible. 100%, just a beautiful chunk of Hulk storytelling. Hulk returning to Earth, that's where it all just fell apart after that.
Yeah.
Putting Sentry as the top hero of Marvel. Like, give me a break. Come on. Didn't I tell you not to start on about the Red Hulk? Here we are. Look at this.
I don't know. Sometimes I like poking the bear. It worked out well. That gave us at least 20 minutes of filler. I'm okay. Oh, Brandon is asking, what's your opinion on Old Man Logan's Hulk?
Oh, that was such a different take on Hulk. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Hulk as a prick landlord. I thought that was kind of an interesting role for him. Really horrific role. I love that book though. That first Old Man Logan run. I thought it was really cool. Mainly because you had Steve McNiven drawing it and Dexter Vines inking Steve. So like, it was just a symphony of artwork. Unbelievable. There's some really cool ideas in that series for sure. I only bought it for the art, but really, Hulk's weird hillbilly sons and stuff. That was all the inbred kind of relatives of the Hulk that we're all landlords of all these different little tribal zones and stuff. Like it was a little wild.
I'm not sure how we got down that. Oh yeah, Michael Pena, guys. Trying to figure out how we got down that rabbit hole, but okay. Sorry, I started looking at Old Man Logan Hulk because I'm not familiar with it. And it's just, the images alone.
Yeah. This the last page of that book in particular is crazy. Yeah.
And that's the other part I have with Marvel is there's so many things that's like not sure what's canon, what's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
There was just stuff about Old Man Logan that made me laugh. Like I like the fact that Hawkeye is an old blind drug dealer, and that his vehicle is the Spider-Mobile, and the Spider-Mobile is like that weird Spider-Man Doom buggy toy that they made.
I was about to say, is it the Doom Buggy toy? Okay, great.
But like, he's racing towards a building, and Logan's his eyes. Logan's like, heading towards that fucking building. What are you doing? And like, Hawkeye looks at him or turns his head and goes, "Hey man, it's a Spider-Mobile. It does what the spider can do." And it just goes up the building and just drives up the building like it's got, it's got Spider-Man's abilities essentially. And just amazing. Like just funny, stupid shit. I thought it was really good.
The character design of that arc was done pretty well.
Yeah, there was some good shit.
Wait,
and I like that, like a lot of the B-level villains, like guys like Gladiator and stuff like that, they all became like little, kind of like little tribal lords, like little thug, gang leader type thugs, and this weird messed up world that that they're all in. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty interesting concept world for sure.
I think I found an image from it that has me perplexed, but is there a Tyrannosaurus Rex with venom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go find this book now. I must read this. Before the next show, I will have read this. Holy fuck,
oh, yeah.
that's
I've
awesome.
had to draw that. I think on the show, actually.
Say what?
I've had to draw the T-Rex venom on this very show, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god, that's a thing of beauty. I just thought it was someone making a mashup. They wanted Venom as a T-Rex. I didn't realize that was an actual thing.
Yeah, there's some, like I said, there's some really neat ideas that they throw around in that one, which is worth it just for that. But I thought the artwork was just great. I really thought it was something special. The drawings were just incredible.
So I'm assuming that Maestro isn't part of Old Man Logan. That's like a different future Hulk.
Maestro, yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know how those cross over.
I mean, because Old Man Logan Hulk just looks like, white trash turned green.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and Maestro is like, this, badass motherfucker that's just wiped out like all the possible future, heroes that could have confronted him, right?
Yep.
So it's got to be like two different timelines, I'm guessing. Yeah,
I think I think the Maestro is kind of like that. With that future imperfect, that it's an alternate Marvel universe thing. I'm not really 100% sure. Yeah, like I said, I had to stop reading after the Red Hulk thing. I was traumatized. I couldn't go in. So now I've just been kind of catching up, here and there on the wiki pages and whatnot. But
yeah, I obviously have some serious reading to do to get this, because that has taken a hard turn that I was not expecting. Fucking T-Rex Venom. Because my first question is, where'd the T-Rex come from? And is Chris Pratt in this?
There is a T-Rex Spider-Man now, I think.
Get the fuck out! Is there?
Yeah, I think there is.
See,
it's in one of the Spider-Verse books.
This just went from delightful to fuck off.
Well, I think it probably got created
Well,
because
Moon
of
Girl's got
that
a
Venom
course.
Rex.
too, right? Moon
Well,
Girl's got a T-Rex.
Well, no, Moon Girl's different because she has her T-Rex with her. But but that T-Rex isn't. Is it biological?
I don't know. I
think
actually
so.
can't remember how that story went. I just
I'm trying to remember if the Devil Dinosaur is. For some reason,
Clone
maybe
or something.
yeah. I was looking at it, but
It's organic. I don't think it's a
It
robot.
could be like from the Savage Lands or something. Maybe I imagine the Savage Lands are still.
oh, you're right.
I would
Whole
imagine
thing.
so.
My bad. I forgot about Savage.
I don't
Lands.
know though. To be honest, I don't know anything about that.
No, but no, that's the easy answer right there. I mean, because
Yeah.
we actually have the Savage Lands.
creature
Yep.
because dinosaurs exist there. So
Yep. Okay, that works.
it makes sense.
All right. I retract my fuck offs. Somehow Kazar got the venom there, and boom, we got T-Rex venom. Although T-Rex Spider-Man, unless it's wearing the original black suit, how does the T-Rex did T-Rex get bit by a spider?
I have not
I don't know,
read
man.
that. It's a Spider-Verse story, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe it's from a planet of all dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm
Could be.
willing to bet it's a Savage Land dinosaur, though. I mean, that's just like you said. It's the easy answer to get dinosaurs in there. I'd have to look it up.
Still seems too easy.
Yeah, and being that it's a Marvel writer, no, they wouldn't take that direct line. They're gonna come up with some weird shit to get it there.
I want Sauron in a movie. That's what we need.
I'd be down for that. I like Sauron.
Yeah, I love that character,
Oh, yeah, I
man. He's
forgot
great.
about him.
It was freaking Sinister and Sauron.
I always loved that Sauron, for some reason, had a belt and a holster and a gun. I always thought that was just so strange.
It's like you're a giant dinosaur. What do you need that for?
Yeah, because big,
Because
like,
it makes him look cool.
I guess.
That's
I
why
mean-
same reason we smoke and drink. Come on.
Well, he was originally an actor on a Indiana Jones flick,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they just mashed everything together then.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. They're just like, oh, this is popular. We need dinosaurs
and mutants together.
Mutant
All right, now
dinosaurs.
add in like a Conan-looking guy.
Hey, have you not seen Whoopi Goldberg's flagship movie Theodore Rex?
Oh yeah! Holy shit! Yeah, Jesus! I remember that. That's
It's like the moment they canceled Dinosaurs, the TV show, those puppets just went over to that movie.
right. Damn. I forgot all about that.
Well, I am happy to bring that back up into your memory. That was one of those dumb movies I couldn't wait to get to the theater to see. So Brandon was saying his first encounter with one of his first encounters, the Hulk, was when he ripped Logan in half in the Ultimates universe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did he grow back?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, the Hulk just tears him in half. Yeah.
Oh,
He
fuck.
basically threw one half of his body down a mountain. He had to climb back up to get to the rest of his body.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, did he grow another half, or in that half doesn't have metal now, or did he like get find together and put it back together? Go turn into the dude and opening a Private Ryan trying to find his guts.
Pretty much.
It all depends on who's writing the book, I guess. Like, I know that, like, they made the Hulk so powerful at one point, it was kind of ridiculous. I remember I'm pretty sure Dale Keown drew it, so it would have been a Peter David kind of Pantheon or just post Pantheon era.
Oh, the end.
There's a scene where the Hulk's charging at a dude who's got this kind of big melter-looking bazooka, and he's melting the flesh off of the Hulk as the Hulk's walking towards him, and the Hulk is stripped down to his skeleton. By panel, like, suppose it's like a 9-panel grid. By panel 6, the Hulk is just a skeleton walking towards this guy while he's being constantly blasted by this blast. And by 7 and 8, panel 7 and 8, the flesh has grown back, and by 9, he's clobbering the guy. And it was just like, holy shit. Like, like I remember when the Hulk could, like, take damage and, like, would need to heal. Or Wolverine would get, like, I remember Wolverine got into a brutal fight with the Silver Samurai back in the 80s, and the samurai kicked the shit out of him. Like, it brutalized him. And like, it took him months to recover, even with his healing factor. And the idea was that, yeah, he had healing factor, but a normal person would have died. You know what I mean? That was what the power wasn't at this, like, regrow your arm in 5 minutes stage yet. Like, it had been,
I thought, wasn't there something to do with the Silver Samurai's blade, though, too?
Yeah, but it was the whole mind fuck of the fact that he just owned him and just wrecked his day so hard that it was the mental aspect of it that just
it broke him. Yeah.
Well, it's like, that's why, like, my favorite, not that I'm a huge Wolverine fan, but my favorite Wolverine villain, 2 reasons, but is Cyber. Because one, he had the adamantium skin, which was, stupid, but it was a 1-up, but it was also drawn and created by Sam Keith, so he always looked dope as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And that was the same thing. It was always a mind fuck on Wolverine on that one.
Yeah.
They haven't used him in A Dog's Age, have they?
I don't think so, man. I haven't seen Cyber used.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, they killed him. Because that's how they got Wolverine's metal back. Like, after Magneto stripped him of his metal.
Oh,
right,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and that awesome move of where he's just tired of Wolverine's bullshit and just pulls all the adamantium out of him.
That was
so good. Yeah.
That took some time for him to heal from. Yeah. That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
But yeah, I forget if it was Sinister or somebody basically hit Cyber with some bacteria that just ate him from the inside out. So he's just an empty shell, and then they found a way to melt down the adamantium and put it back into Wolverine.
Oh, crazy.
Oh yeah, it was kind of a hardcore, gruesome way to bring Wolverine back, but yep.
I love those Marvel
started in brutality and ends in brutality.
Yeah. What were you saying, Mike? You love it, what?
Oh, those Marvel Comics presents with Wolverine that Sam Keith did were just
those are great, yeah.
Crazy. So good. Some of the best and most interesting covers of that era.
Well, it's such a great look for Wolverine too, because it was just so animalistic and
over the top, exaggerated proportions, and just like crazy.
Yeah, the claws that they actually did retract, he wouldn't be able to bend his elbows.
Yeah.
But he really gave the feral look to Wolverine, which I appreciate. Yeah.
I have a hard time picking a favorite Wolverine. I
it's Patch. Come on.
It's
Patch,
Patch
for the look.
Yeah, like I love Patch because that was all that John Buscema stuff, man. I love that weird costume he had in Madripoor with that black costume, no mask or anything like that. It was when the series first began, Wolverine, not the miniseries, but his long running. I love that shit. That was good.
The art
about Wolverine and I forget the girl's name. I want to say, oh shoot, what is the girl's name? The little android chick.
Oh,
Lady Deathstrike.
No, the little girl.
I only know Jubilee. I don't know a little girl.
I gotta look it up.
Was it another sidekick that he had for a while or something?
Kind of.
I remember the Kitty Pryde and Wolverine series, which is pretty cool.
So good.
She's trying to be a ninja.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
That was really good shit.
Yeah, where Kitty Pryde realized how badass she could be. I was like, that was because when they used her powers, it's
basically as an assassin would.
Yeah.
Like incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I really thought that was going to open up a new world for that character, and then they just went, no.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Because then she immediately came back and was, had no backbone anymore, was still just...
Well, didn't they kind of just shift her right over to Excalibur after that, kind of?
Shortly after that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she floated between New Mutants and X-Men. Like, she never really got fully into the X-Men team. Because, she was their Punisher at that time. She needed to be in both books in order to keep sales up, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Excalibur was a fun book, too, when it first started.
Oh, man. Yeah.
The writing on that was so good. Like,
Really good
I love when the Juggernaut showed up and Captain Britain tried to, ball up on him. And Juggernaut just eats his lunch so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Captain Britain had never experienced anything like that.
No, not...
Yeah. There's a new, pinpoint in his life before meeting Juggernaut and after meeting Juggernaut.
That's right.
Albert and LCD.
I don't know those
You
characters.
remember that storyline?
Albert.
It's like the little girl with the she's like an android. Her name's LCD. She wears like a little pink dress, but he's all like android out. He looks Super Weapon X android, half metal face, very Terminator looking.
No, I don't know that character at all.
Yeah, no memory of that. Huh.
That had to be like the early 2000s.
No, 91.
Oh,
Wolverine
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just... Oh, yeah. Look. Okay, the first art I looked at looked very 2000s, but the art I'm seeing now, yeah, that's straight up 90s art. I mean, there's more hash.
It was a robot double of Wolverine. Was Albert?
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah. I remember that now. Yeah. Wow. God, that takes me back. Jeez.
Super obscure. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I had someone commission me to do one a few years back, and it stuck with me because it was just very Weapon
Oh man,
X,
I
like,
totally
straight out of
forgot
the
about
water.
that.
It's like Kano, Terminator, and Wolverine smashed together.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I was looking. That predates Hard Act, so Bruce Timm owes somebody some money. Actually, I don't know. The Silicon Soul was 1992. When did this character pop up? It's like a straight version of Batman's Hard Act from the animated series. Remember the robot Batman?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I gotta watch that again. It's been so long. Such a treat to watch it.
He's a badass though too. Robot versions of any of your main characters.
Yeah, the Thor one was pretty cool. The Ragnarok character.
Ragnarok, yeah, it was dope.
Was fun. They and I love that because I love that he was created by Tony Stark when Thor was dead and the Hulk was away, and and my planet doing the Planet Hulk thing, and like it was the Civil War had broken out, and and they wanted to kind of tip the odds, so they brought Thor into it, and like they basically constructed a Thor, and then when Thor came back, they did the big reboot with Thor, and they brought him back. And he kind of brought all the gods back and brought all the Asgard back and everything. And he like had this showdown with Tony Stark. And he's like, he basically clobbers Tony Stark, like gives him like a warning blow that destroys him. He's like, so while I was gone, I heard that you made a totally evil and unholy flesh and cybernetic creation of me. And we will have to have a conversation about this in the future. But consider that kind of the first volley in the conversation, like, and then they have to go and fight the bad guys. But he basically lets Stark know, like, you're on notice. As soon as we fight this bad guy, I'm coming back to ask you about why you thought it was cool to basically make a living zombie out of my DNA. A horrible, wretched thing that you used to tip the odds in your war against Captain America. Like, you know, like, fuck you, basically, kind of thing. I don't know that they ever got any restitution over that, but I was waiting for it.
Well, you know, Marvel's very good about closing out storylines, so I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Someone's busting out paint markers out of here.
Yeah,
that's me.
They're just huffing.
It's just gotta keep yourself away.
Yeah. He's got the paper bag off to the side. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's killer, Mike.
Oh, thanks, man. It's kind of too big, but I'll figure it out. Some of the stuff that's when you draw it this big, it looks really. If it's bad, if it's badly drawn, it looks really big and badly drawn. So it's there'll be some corrections happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get there once I get my washes.
Yeah, if you really want to make that piece a crowd pleaser, you could put, like, you know, a dead version of Uni the Unicorn at the feet of.
I had, believe me, it had crossed my mind, or like him holding like this unicorn horn or something like that. You know,
the fucking Scrappy Doo of the D&D. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Things got dark.
Oh.
Every show had to have a Scrappy Doo, didn't they? God damn it.
They didn't have to, but yes, they had
No,
to.
but they did. You know. Would anyone have even cared about Thundercats if it wasn't for Snarf? I mean,
Yes,
God.
absolutely.
Yeah,
horrible.
Orko, that trailblazer.
You know, like, yeah, for sure. Even the Conan, they finally make a fucking Conan cartoon. And his shield, of course, has to have a goofy, Snarf-like phoenix spirit that lives in the shield, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Couldn't just have a fucking Conan story fighting snake people and shit. No.
Tell us how you really feel, Mike.
Said so well.
Yeah.
Too much to ask. Too much to ask. Well, we got to make it marketable, guys. How are we going to do that? Well, let's give his shield a goofy fucking alter ego. Cool. What'll it be? How about Phoenix? Oh, a goofy Phoenix. I like that. And the whole story can really be about the Phoenix, right? We'll do it for 4 seasons. And it's actually about the Phoenix growing into a big boy Phoenix, right? It's not actually about Conan at all. That's right. Cool. Let's make this show, guys. Fuck me.
I just want to point out that your reenactment isn't 100% correct because you forgot to do the lines of blow between each of those sentences.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah. Okay. I got an idea. All right, we're going to do it. Hear me out. Rub your teeth.
Oh, what is the... Hold on. What does the Phoenix eat? It's got to have a special food, right? It needs something that makes it crazy when it gets it. What's it going to be? Pomegranates. Of course.
Well, you know, honestly,
it eats a pomegranate and it's like fucking Popeye having spinach.
That you can blame on Big Pomegranate. Their lobbyists came in to Hollywood.
Unbelievable.
Hey,
Oh,
Mighty Mouse had his special powder.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah,
Big pomegranate.
yeah.
Modern day spinach.
Pomegranates. That's right. They'd talk that stupid bird into anything if they promised it a pomegranate. It's like Scooby Snap. You're an elemental force and one of the most ancient and powerful creatures on Earth. Pomegranates. We can have this thing as our at our beck and call with fucking pomegranate.
I have a question for you, Mike.
Hmm?
Have you ever had a pomegranate?
I love pomegranates.
It's just delicious. Yeah, I mean,
No, pomegranates are good. I don't have a problem with pomegranates.
yeah. Now, if you couldn't get a pomegranate, but someone offered you a pomegranate, you hadn't had one in a while. Yeah, I'm just saying, keep an open mind. And this section of the show is brought to you by Big Pomegranate. Don't fuck with that.
Sponsor you never thought you'd get.
Where's my book?
Now I want to know how bad Casey's crying over Camilo's image here. 'Cause she's apparently a big Biker Mice fan.
Oh,
Yeah, she said it earlier. That's the one she watched. And I'm like, oh, you're not going to be happy with what comes out of this feed.
I'll be back in just a sec, guys.
All right.
There we go. Now you really got the biker mice.
Pomegranate.
That blood splatter is beautiful. Just the right amount of death.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what the wrong amount of death is. I mean, it's kind of an absolute.
You play D&D, you know that.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
Playing a necromancer.
You got to roll with good enough cleric. It won't be a problem.
I thought I had a colorless blender.
So have any of you guys gotten any of the gargoyle action figures that NECA put out?
No, I really want them.
Yeah, I
No.
I got Goliath, Demona, Bronx, and Thyla.
Oh, cool.
It's like I've got them all.
Almost.
Yeah. But I would say it might be a shorter list just to say the ones you don't got. So I did have a question because I remember when a lot of the pictures were showing up, like sometimes the eyes were just little orphan Annie white, and then other times they actually had pupils. Do the figures?
There's two different head sculpts.
Okay, I was wondering, are they interchangeable heads or are they?
Yeah, it's two different head sculpts. Usually
Okay,
one
okay.
with pupils, one without.
All right, yeah, because I did not like the pupilless ones.
They're okay. They have the angry faces for the ones with without the pupils.
Of course, they can't see. I'd be angry too if all of a sudden. Did you take them out of the packaging, or are they going to be forever mint on card?
I always take my figures out. I like posing them.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I like doing too. Yeah.
Be right back.
Yeah, at least I hope Pink Pomegranate isn't as bad as FIFA. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll get shut down forever.
No.
That's right. And Brandon said these are coming along beautifully. He's not wrong. Hey, Bert, what's happening?
Yeah.
Not piss off the gods.
Oh, just lost Chris's feed. Chris, you still there?
Whoa.
You guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to try to get Chris back in.
Wow.
That is so dark.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Can you see me? Am I still there?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you're back
Kind of,
fully.
kind of a ripple thing happening. But...
Oh, because the light box is still on.
Oh, that's the light box. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
That's what it looked like to me. I thought, oh, it looks a bit like a light box.
There you go. Yeah, light box is still on.
So we're getting close to wrapping up, guys. Anything you need to or want to let people know about? Anything coming up in your schedules, or got openings for commissions or anything?
Always open for commissions.
But nothing big coming up.
Nothing too big, just still doing Patreon stuff and
Nice.
possibly some covers, maybe trying to get some of those. I'd like to do a Gargoyles one, obviously.
Yeah, that'd be fun, man. You kill it, dude. It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Anybody watching this, go tell your comic book store. Get Chris to do a gargoyle. Look at this book.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus, yeah.
Go to your comic store and say you want. Go to your comic store and tell your comic store first that they are the greatest comic store,
Yes.
and that would make them even better. It would make them an even more awesome comic store. Is if they had their own variant covers of certain issues, and that would be even more awesome if they got creative. And one of those books was a Gargoyles.
Also,
And-
tell them
and
to
you
tune
did
in to Tags every Saturday night.
That too, yeah.
That too.
Tell everybody.
Yeah. We'll live stream to your store. But yes. Get a cover like this in your comic book store. Jeez. Well, Chris, where can people hit you up for if they want to get a commission piece? Through IG, Facebook?
You can on my IG, on Facebook. You have our things up there for the IG, right?
Yep, it's on screen right now.
Cool.
At Topher18.
Yep.
Daniel, best way to get people to get in touch with you? What platform?
Instagram, Facebook, website, whichever. 6-sided ciphers. The tag.
Oh, keep that up. Keep that up. There you go. Boom. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Camillo, how you doing there, man? Are you open for commissions right now?
Yeah, I am. You can hit me up on my Instagram, or Randy actually takes care of my commission list. So most people seem to know Randy.
Yeah.
So if they hit him up, we'll get them on my list.
All right, yeah, and anybody who wants is interested in a commission from Camillo and don't have contact with Randy, give us a shout. We'll get you in contact with Randy. Get that set up for you. Mike, what about you, buddy?
I am still working on the the last issue of Dodge, which my goal is to have it finished in February. It's a lofty goal, but I'm fighting every day towards it. It's it's been going well. I'm happy with it. I wish it was going faster, but that's always true when I'm drawing comics. But yeah, I'm excited about it. The story's going to some pretty cool places, and I'm gonna be kind of hibernating while I work on it. So I probably won't be on socials quite as much. I'll show up here on the show. But yeah, I've actually disconnected my messenger from my phone and everything because I'm really focused on trying to get this book done. And because we want to have it ready, there's a small chance that I might actually be at C2E2 in March. I would
really,
love
man?
to go. The idea being that it would be right around that time that we would launch our Kickstarter for issue 4. So it would be a nice place to launch it. It'd be a nice place to be to launch it. And it would actually be weirdly the first time Matt and I have ever met in person after working on a comic book for 4 years, which is
That's amazing.
kind of wild. Actually, 5 years. Jeez, 5 years. Anyway, yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting thing if that happens. But it's something we're thinking about. I didn't think I'd be able to afford that trip to Chicago, but I think we might have a plan in motion for that. So we'll see. That's the hope, anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. I have no cover gigs right now. I have no other work right now. Just Dodge, and it's a strange place to be because this time last year I was up to my eyeballs in deadlines, and this year it's just Dodge, which is good because Dodge is going to take everything I got to get it finished properly. So yeah. Anyway, look for that Kickstarter to happen in the late winter, early spring. Hopefully.
Pretty cool. All right. Well, and everybody just is around. We will be launching, since we're talking Kickstarter-ish, we'll be launching Tags Volume 3's Kickstarter next Saturday night.
Yeah.
Woo!
So expect a bunch of options for covers and
Oh yeah.
a few little add-ons, not many. People need more of the art, which is what it's for. So yeah, we will. Yeah, and Brandon, thank you for reminding us. Don't forget to check out using the code Sketchy to get your discount.
Oh, no.
It's at nordvpn.com. Steal your shit. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful evening. I know we're going to end a few minutes early, but I've got a cat outside my window accusing me of starving it, so I need to go take care of it.
I got it bounce as well.
Yeah, you guys have a
That
great
little boy.
evening. Camila, have a great day, and we will get these auctions up Monday evening. Everybody have a
Can't wait to see the finals on these guys.
That
Oh,
street
this will be
circle
awesome, yeah.
amazing.
Awesome. Thank you,
You
guys.
guys all killed it, man.
Yes.
Go with you.
all right. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy your Sundays. Bye.